Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to a special extra scuffed edition of the Pixelcast, where we are going to run the episode from my horribly unfinished desk setup. I just finished moving, so I apologize ahead of time if things are not perfect. With us today, we have the usual hosts minus Zaitaro. He's out today. We have No Illusions, Bobby Beats in the house. We have Cloudy DL. We have JH. And we have our special guest this week, AuriEllis, better known as Ursula. We're going to go around where everyone's going to tell us a little bit about your week, both in character and out of character. We'll start with you, Ursula. How was your week?
Well, this is election week, so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much because out of all the deputies, effectively everybody is a little bit busy, like out of game. So we're dealing with, people can't come into the city as much. So I felt like a lot of the need to get the election and the campaigning was on me because Abdul wasn't around as much. Everyone's focusing on the Squid Game stuff. And I'm just like, okay, let me throw up signs. Let me do what I can. And then everyone's just asking me constantly, where are the results? And I'm like, I don't know. It's in the Senate hands right now. Like, Thomas knows, and she said the Senate's going to handle it. So that's my week, plus dealing with all my crazy serial killer plot that I'm dealing with on the side. I've got a lot of stuff going on. Out of game, everything's been fine. Just been real life work. And then trying to balance my work life with my gaming life is a little bit difficult because I can't quit my job. Trust me, like I make too much money at that job to quit. It's that kind of situation. Yeah.
A lot of people's boat, yeah.
I can feel that for sure. Alrighty. No Illusions, Noel, how's your week been?
I was fine until about 10 fucking minutes ago. My keyboard decided to die.
I heard you. Do you want us to come back to you? Are you still busy or?
No, let me tell you guys about it. So two of my USB hubs broke. My keyboard's dead. My motherboard and my main computer is currently dying one USB port at a time. So I might not be here very long.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Let's just continue this shit.
Wait, how did that happen again?
It just fucking decided, oh, you're going live on the podcast? Fuck you, bitch.
I thought you spilled something on there. Was that last
No. The keyboard that I replaced the other one with was the one I spilled coffee on 8 months ago. And it came in the clutch working. But the thing is, the motherboard's fucking short-circuiting right now. So I don't know how long we're going to be here. I play Bobby Beats. Next.
All right. Cloudy, how was your week?
Non-eventful, to be honest. I mean, I've just been chilling this week. I've been doing some boosting with Walter. It's been a lot of fun because Walter's just been a fun guy to hang around, even though he's
talk about Walter Malone, right?
Yeah, Walter Malone. Shout out Walter Malone, man. Lifted Gaming Network.
Yeah,
he's an awesome dude.
He's the homie.
Motherfucker. Yeah, he's cool to hang with, man. And I've been hanging with him, I hung with Iman last night and one of Walter's friends, Kyle, and we just been boosting, to be honest. We're almost at A. I'm excited, about to be into a bunch of cop chases, yelling at the cops, my favorite thing to do on Scotty. So, yeah, it's been non-eventful, but
I didn't change
eventful.
my title. Son of a bitch.
Oh, how dare you, man? How dare you? Unbelievable. It definitely scuffed. 100% scuffed.
Or game. Game is still GTA as well.
True. Yeah. Come on, we got to be one of the top podcasts, man. We got to be one of the. We're gonna push train wrecks out of the scene, man. Oh, train wrecks. Podcast is the same, but yeah, my week has been.
All right, fixed it.
Yeah, my week's been avoiding getting shot because obviously the X Games and stuff like that, and I hang around the south side a lot.
We'll definitely get to that.
We'll have to talk. Yeah, we'll have to touch on that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, your turn, man.
Jay, how's your week been? You took a break, right?
Oh man. No, not really. I said I was gonna take a break. Couldn't really take it. It's become a running joke in my community these past months. Every time I say, "Oh, it's an off day," they know that I'm gonna go live the day after. That's just how it is. So, no, not really a break. RP wise, nothing has been really going on for me. Everything is still like super slow and frozen, and I honestly don't know what to do anymore. I'm just there. I'm just present.
What a camera, man. What a
camera.
camera.
What a camera, man.
Listen,
what's your fucking camera?
Listen.
Hey, you listen up. You listen here and you listen good, but I'm never gonna have a camera. Okay, I might have a camera one day. Okay. All right. Maybe.
What's up, Cap? What are you gonna say?
No, but the reason I don't have a cam, I had a very long night yesterday. Got kicked out from a few clubs. Got a bit
You got kicked out from a few clubs.
Oh man, it was great yesterday.
Did you start playing your music?
That's great. They actually played big bands at one of those places.
Oh way. Seriously?
It was mad. It was mad. I was just, drinking beer and I just heard big bands. I was like, shit, all right.
What? No way.
So that was crazy.
I bet someone saw you. I bet someone saw you and was like, oh shit, Low Cap's here. Quick, play a song.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Famous, I didn't really know too many at that spot. I was just there with the homies. Just chilling. But yeah, other than that, nothing has been really going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I just found one of my old webcams in a drawer, so I'm gonna be sending up. But so I guess my turn now, right? Aaron RP. I had a crazy week. I moved 300 miles away. I moved from South Houston to farther away than Dallas, so it's like 300 plus miles.
You got fiber there, right?
Yeah, I got fiber internet now.
Fiber.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I can bump up my bit rate back to human standards now.
Yeah, you can bump up everything. Yeah,
good shit. Good shit.
We got moved. We got our own apartment now. This is my first time ever living by myself, which is weird. I just walked around naked yesterday just because I could. I didn't have any reason, no rhyme or reason at all. I did it just because I could, and thanks
for letting me know, man.
It was fun, man. I'm as much work as it is to get in here, it's cool kind of just having my own place, not having to worry about background noise, shutting doors, telling people to be quiet, muting my mic, it's it definitely has its pros and cons.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Good.
The new apartment is all right. I mean, it's a little smaller obviously since I'm moving so far, I didn't get a chance to look at it. I had people come and look at the unit for me and they're like, yeah, it's super nice, really huge, blah, blah, blah. I get here, not super nice, not super huge, but you know what? It's fine. It's good enough. I'm perfectly happy with it.
It has fiber, dude.
Yeah. Fiber internet. So
true.
Yep. I mean, most of Texas has fiber at this point now. So that's really not
good.
too big of a deal, but yeah, so I am moved in barely. A lot of my core shit is not here yet. I don't have a mattress. I'm sleeping on a cot. I don't have a washer and dryer. I'm just fucking putting all my dirty clothes in garbage bags for now until it gets here tomorrow. So I'm just kind of making do for now. I am literally surrounded on all sides by boxes, and just piles of clutter and shit everywhere. So yeah, it's going to be a very busy week for me as I continue to kind of unload and get moved in and all that. RP wise, I haven't really done much. The only real RP I've done since last week has been on this fucking stupid server that Afro got us on called Streets in New York. And it's it's as far from No Pixel as you could get, man. It's way closer to YBN than it is No Pixel. And it's actually been
pretty wild.
It's been very wild. They drop a lot of crazy words over there. They got a whole pregnancy system with miscarriages and stuff.
What?
They got you're allowed to R-word people that don't consent. And that server's crazy. People don't really do it. Okay. So it hasn't really been any of that.
Not okay.
The type of stuff that they allow there is wild.
That's as the kids say, cringe.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That is a non-streamable server for sure. You do not stream that server. Period.
What
that is. It's crazy, but it's very weird. It uses the GTA 4 map, so it's like New York, which is really cool.
I actually want to be on the server with Liberty City. Liberty City.
It's so cool, man. All the little alleyways and like nooks and crannies and stuff like that. Map is really fun, and it's a very
I love Liberty City.
Authentic gang focused kind of server. So there's just tons of trash talking and all that type of nonsense. It's crazy. So the little bit of time I have had to RP this last week has been there. I did log on for like a couple hours to pay all my loans, but that was pretty much it. But all right, that is pretty much it for me. Here, you guys, why don't you guys buy some time for a second while I plug in this camera?
So I sold my Kanjo. It's gone now. Fuck that car. Ultra nerf.
You love that car though. Like,
it's gone. It's gone, bro. It's gone. I sold it for 85K.
How much did you buy it for?
150.
You know what? Sometimes it's better accept a lesser rate and get rid of it than to wait till you get that exact.
Because by the time you fucking sell it, you would have paid like all kinds of ass fees on it that would have just added up.
Yeah, exactly, man. I was like, fuck that. I've barely been around to even pay off the loans and shit like that. So
I gave away one of my vans the other day because I didn't want to pay the fucking ass fees on it. I literally was like, here, just take this, please. And I was like, yeah, it's a gift. Wink, wink. No, I just don't want to pay that fucking ass fee.
Damn. So how much money you got right now? Or sorry,
I was gonna say I was actually going to say I have a ridiculous amount of money right now in the game. So like I'm like over 700K right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I literally won a costume contest last night because Ursula did a Beetlejuice thing for the Halloween costume contest that Bahama Mamas was hosting, and it was a 100K prize. And I wound up winning with that, probably because of the unexpected factor of Ursula dressing up that way more than anything. So yeah, and I was like, well, just keep padding the pockets. Pretty soon I'm going to be one of those VIPs.
Really quick, I wanted to say thank you to you, Ursula, because you and TV Man came in the clutch during that car show last week. Okay, I walked up to you guys because I was like, man, we need judges. I'm like, who would be good judges? And I see you two, hanging out. I'm like, man, they'd be great judges. I wonder if they do it. And you guys came through, and you did such a good job RPing the judge thing too, like way beyond what I would have thought you guys would have did. You set up your own system and shit. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping me out with that.
None of us knew anything about cars in the game, so we
That's
were
even funnier.
We were like, okay, we'll judge it. Okay, what's the criteria? How does it sound?
This one has
what's the theme? Does it have a story? Like that's what we care about. Yeah, like we're like, we have no fucking clue what any of this stuff is.
It makes it even better. That party ended up being kind of crazy. All right, so Double A, you good? You got your camera set?
Yep. You can see all the crazy madness behind me of everything that I own.
Dude, you know what, dude? You're looking like a top podcaster already, dude. Have you seen Trainwreck's house?
That is true.
Come on, bro.
Right,
actually, his new
like a pro podcaster already, dude.
Yeah, he lives in a new place.
His newer house is like super clean.
You can see how
he moved. He finally moved. Okay,
he lives in like a skyscraper or something now.
You can see how close we are to the kitchen. It's literally like right there. So
yeah, that's me. Right behind me is my kitchen. Right behind this thing.
It doesn't even look that bad. The apartment looks pretty good.
No, it's fine. I'm happy with it. I'm perfectly happy with it, especially for the cost. Like it's great. All right.
It looks good.
Thank you. So we're going to continue the theme that we did last week of combining in-character news and clip review, because I think that worked really well. So we're going to watch some clips, and then we will kind of react to those clips, and we will talk about some of the kind of the background of these clips and what caused these situations to happen. And all that good stuff. So just so you guys know, this week is going to be super scuffed because I don't have my real computer set up. My whole setup right now is just fucking built upon the back of like tape and super glue and shit. So we're not gonna have the usual setup where our faces are on the side and all that stuff. So we're just gonna be watching the clips straight out of Discord. So it's gonna be a little ghetto, unfortunately.
All good.
So,
I don't think anybody cares as long as you get to see the clip.
Yeah.
Good.
So
actually looks kind of dope.
Find our starting point. Yeah, I turned this theme on only for the podcast just so it kind of shows our logo. All right. So this first one, it looks like this is a clip about the X versus CG war. So we'll watch this clip and then we'll kind of talk about it a little bit as well, please.
All right, let's do it.
Oh.
Why do I hear myself?
Oh, because he's sharing Discord.
The stream can't hear it.
You said the stream can't hear it?
I don't think so.
No sound? What the fuck? No sound. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. It's just
super scuffed.
Hey, chill out, because I'm hearing double.
Oh yeah. It's because you're watching his stream because he's streaming Discord.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute
hearing.
Hold on. I can fix this. Hold up. The weird part is why can they hear your voices but not the clips? All right. Well,
I don't know.
I'm very confused by that. All right. Hold on. I can fix this.
You got this.
I got this. We're troubleshooting on the fly. I'm changing my default browser on the fly. All right. So now if I click this link, should open in Firefox. All right. And now you all should be able to hear it. And then I'll change it to this. And then we'll change it to this. Hold on, almost done. Sorry, this is so scuffed, guys. It's been a busy week for me. We're almost there. We're almost there. Here we go. All right. Now you can see it.
Okay, cool.
And the audio shouldn't be doubled for you guys now as well.
Oh, I still hear it.
Yeah.
I'll just shut up while you play it.
Hey, lady.
They're talking.
Yeah.
You work at the gallery?
Okay, now I don't hit it up.
Not officially, no.
Oh my fucking god! Don't put that shit on yellow pages, then, asshole. Daff, right?
I didn't. My name's Daff. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. What do you mean officially? I don't get it.
Same.
Oh, like
yeah, you still want to fucking own it?
I haven't actually worked. I'm not in the official.
Hey, lady, you want to know what happens when you work for the gallery? What happens?
No.
You want to know? I'm
No,
still gonna tell you, bro. I hope you know this.
Are you ballless?
Yeah, we're ballless.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
What's up? You got a problem?
No, I don't got a problem. She says, fucking.
Man, I love looking at the sky. It's very fun. I'm just looking at all the
Y'all saw nothing, right?
Jeez.
Y'all saw nothing?
They're not even wearing their colors. Was he actually a baller?
No, those are not actually ballas.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Gulag Gang.
That's Gulag Gang. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so fuck. That changes all the names. Oh, whatever. Fuck me, this is scuffed. All right. God damn.
Whatever, dude.
So okay, so let's talk a little bit about that clip. So the leading up to this clip was X got robbed by CG after doing the lower vault, right? Do we have a clip of that? I remember seeing that clip. Does someone have a clip of them?
I think I posted it somewhere down, maybe. Yeah, I did. The devious lick one right there.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so sketchy.
It's saying, me, Aaron RP.
Yeah. I'll fix it up.
Hands the fuck up. Hands the.
Oh, this is funny.
Get ready, Nova.
All right, what's this?
Hands the fuck up. Hands the fuck up right now, both of you. Hands the fuck up. Everybody. Hands the fuck up, both of you boys, right now. Everybody, hands the fuck up.
Island boy.
Hands the fuck up. Hands up right now. Everybody, put your fucking hands up, boys. Hands the fuck up. Unescort him. Rob these motherfuckers. Keep the gun on them.
I got the gun on him. I got AK up top. Both of y'all can rob. I got AK.
What's happening? Well, I don't think they know, guys. I don't think they know.
Know what?
What do you think, you fucking moron? You didn't think this through now, did you?
Think what, Drew?
Did you guys not spend 5?
Get ready.
Damn. So, just for context, the lower vault is the biggest robbery in the server.
Yeah.
Literally, like over $1 million of loot. It's like.
So what happened though? Like, what exactly was going on there? What was he talking about?
Hold on, I'm just gonna have this up so that the names are back to normal. Yeah. So X and his gang, Gulag Gang. I don't think for the record, they're not actually called Gulag Gang in the server, right? That's like the Clean Boys thing, right? Where they
No.
don't actually go by that name.
I don't think they're called that in the server. But
It's like
correction.
an added
But
character.
someone
they
did
are.
ask me
They are.
at who Gulag Gang is once.
Yeah,
It's one of those
Wow.
things where
They go
people
by-
blend
they go
the
by it.
line. People
They
are
go
so
by
used
it
to
on the
hearing it out of
server.
character that they.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they
the
go
thing,
by
like-
it on the server. Yeah,
The
Oh,
other
they
day
do?
I asked,
Okay,
like,
okay.
I
they
straight
do.
up
Yeah,
asked
they
them,
go
like,
by
who the fuck are
GG
you?
Gulag Gang. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we're Gulag Gang. I was like,
Okay.
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 all right.
Yeah.
So,
Because I know
they
that
call
the
it
Clean
those.
Boys guys get really mad at you if you ever use the term Clean Boys in the server because supposedly that's
Yeah.
Oh
never,
yeah, I know.
it's never been a server
Remember-
term.
Yeah, I remember
All right,
Fierro
anyway.
got that, got that heat there.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify that because I wasn't sure. But anyway, so those guys were robbing the lower vault, which is the biggest heist on the server, and they got robbed by Chain Gang after it finished. I think the payout.
shit.
Yeah, as they finished the vault and were leaving, Chain Gang was posted up inside the lobby and robbed them on their way out.
So
what do
wait,
you guys
were there
think
no
about that?
cops even?
No cops.
Oh, there was cops
What?
outside the building.
There were
was
cops?
Because
How were
they
there
hit
cops?
it. They hit it silently. I don't think there was cops yet.
How were there cops
Oh,
if
or, you know-
CG showed up? You know what I mean?
They showed up so they showed up and then they left because they didn't know there was a robbery, and then they showed back
you
up
know what?
again.
CG was just
afterwards.
doing their part. You know what I'm saying? They were just doing the
Yeah.
cops' job at that moment.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so yeah,
And then-
that's $1.5 million of shit that
Damn.
CG
Is that how the war
stole
started?
off of them. That's how this
Is that how
whole
that-
Yeah.
that's how that clip of X shooting the
Oh.
gallery employee came to be. Because
Oh, okay.
yeah, they
That makes sense now.
Yep. He X has been on a warpath, and I'm sure we'll probably see a bunch of clips.
So this actually created a lot of RP then, because from there the X Games
Oh, it did.
obviously
Yeah.
came out of it, right?
Yeah.
I know later on you want to talk about the X Games because I know you're not a fan of it.
I actually
Yeah.
have not been on the server since before it started. I don't even know what that means. I know it has something to do with chains. That's like literally all I know about it. From
yeah.
like the literally like 6-second explanation someone gave me of it, it sounded like some shit I'm not gonna be a fan of, but we'll find out when you guys actually tell me what it is. But anyways, so back to the vault robbery. What do you guys think about a crew robbing another crew after they do a heist like this?
I mean, it's against server rules, isn't it? Like, wouldn't it?
Is it?
Well, my question is it considered third party? Because, like, I remember Mike Blocks interfered with this stuff before where he robbed, like, Saikuno and stuff, or, like, during the course of it, where they rolled in and basically did a third party type stuff. I don't know if it crosses that line or not. I don't have an issue with it because it's role play and it created something interesting out of it. As long as all the players involved are okay with it, I'm okay with it. But does
is
it cross
clearly
that
not
line
okay
of
with
third
it.
party?
Yeah, he's not having it.
I don't
He is
know. I don't
very
know
upset.
personally because
I don't know.
like
yeah.
I said, they hit it silently. So the cops never really came and were like negotiating with them or anything like that. So like in terms of third partying, I see it when it's like another group versus another group, and then another group comes in, or another group is doing a heist and then the cops are there and then that group comes in. I don't know. It's a weird, it's like a weird thing to try to touch on because the cops were never actually really there for the bank heist. They didn't really come until after.
I think that's
PG had to call the cops.
That's the key, right? Is if CB was hitting it or GG was hitting it silently and there was no cops, then there was no second party to cause a third party situation, right?
Gotcha. If there are no cops,
true.
then yeah, it's not third party. Then yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that does bring up an
The cops
interesting
came
point.
like here and there, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
Once criminals are engaged with police, can other criminals not? Do they have to stay clear at all costs? Like, obviously it's very context dependent, right? Like in the middle of a chase, clearly you shouldn't like shoot out the tires of another criminal running at the cops. But like, what about a bank heist, right? Like,
I think if the cops weren't there in that situation, like they don't seem like they were. I think it's not really third partying at that point. It's just another squad robbing another squad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, the Mike Block thing keeps coming to mind for me because I don't know if it was just an allowable one-time thing, but like the cops were on scene and Clean Boys were robbing the vault. And I remember this instance very specifically because Mike Block had blackmailed me to let him know when the vault was going to be hit again. And so I told him, and he rolled into the vault and basically tried to rob them and jump into the scenario halfway through when cops are outside negotiating. And that was a whole mess. Like where there were tons of hostages in different spots in the bank. Like it was like an unseen like lower vault, or not even, it might have even just been upper vault. It was pretty crazy. So, and that was definitely 100% a third party scenario because there were cops and there were CB, and then Mike Block suddenly, bam, all of a sudden, surprisingly sudden Mike Block. Oh, that'd be a scary card to get in any game. Suddenly Mike Block jumps at you.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. And Penta pushes the bar. I think that's what I love about him. At the same time, he pushes those limits and finds them for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
He finds those limits for us.
I think it also is very dependent on if obviously the characters and the streamers are okay with it. Like me personally, if Mike Block came in when I was robbing the vault, I wouldn't give a fuck. It'd be funny as shit. Like who cares if the cops are there? It's a funny scenario.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care neither. I think it just depends on people.
It's very dependent.
People will receive it. Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, it's still a rule regardless. But obviously, some rules. I
think the only time rules like that will be bent is like what you said. If you're okay with it, the people receiving that RP are like they roll with it and they're cool with it and they're having fun with it. Then that's when the rule is like, all right, it's fine. Role play over rule play. But when someone's blatantly like, no, I worked my ass off for this shit,
right?
You're ruining it. That's when it's like, okay, motherfucker, you should have.
Okay, I'm gonna back off a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, how do I it? Who are we on? Are we on Bobby? I mean,
well, Cap hasn't said anything.
Honestly, man, it's. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it because.
How would you feel if you were in their shoes, basically?
Well, the thing is, it's happened to me before, right? It has happened to me. Like I've hit the vault, and so many banks on the server, and it's happened when like Dundee and X like try to capture a bank from us.
Oh yeah, I mean it does happen.
But then X was like, no, we can't. There are already 4 inside.
Yeah.
But there were no cops, but we were hacking the bank at the moment that they stormed in. But then X backed off. He said there's already 4 people. So I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. It depends. Anyway.
This is very dependent.
You already added your 2 cents, right?
Yeah.
Double A.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, overall, I like it a lot. I think more non-shootout PvP, the better. Conflict is good, and conflict that isn't just people shooting guns at each other is great. It's the best conflict.
100%.
I think it's okay as long as it's not blatant third partying.
As long as it's not a rule break. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. So many kitties.
Then there was another clip I saw of the HOA trying to do the jewelry store, and then I think it was GG came in and took the jewelry store from them. Is that clip here, or does anyone have that clip?
I saw that. I saw that live on
because I feel like that's the flip side of this coin, right? Is do we have that in here?
I might have posted that. I posted so many clips.
Yeah, here we go. Here it is. Yeah.
I'm just on it. What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah, good job.
Cloudy, you're the clip dude for sure, man. You know everything that's going on across the city.
I try to literally just find everything. So we have.
Like, you get pissed off so often. You're on Reddit too much, man. You got stay off there, dude.
So all right, so we're gonna start this clip. The clip starts with the HOA sitting outside the jewelry store setting things up. It looks like they have a bunch of golf carts and you know, if you guys don't know anything about the HOA, they have they always have very ridiculous getaways planned for all their heists.
Yo. Hey, you tried to call you.
What? What? They just opened the jury store door. You would I just come over here and kill them?
They just ran in. They fucking ran inside when we're clearly trying to set up a plan?
Yeah, you want to kill them?
Yeah, let's fucking kill them.
There's 3 of them.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Do you know who they are?
What?
What y'all doing?
One of them has an enemy man.
What do you think we're doing?
Jackie Chan. They might have been making
I don't know, but you're not hitting this, so good luck.
Why would they just fucking hit it in front of you? You're sitting in front of it with golf carts?
I don't know.
Yeah, the cops are already here.
What the fuck, dude? This
You gotta get like you're gonna do something. What?
Alright, we're gonna get away then, buddy.
Fucking honestly incredible.
Alright, get out of here.
Can't do shit in this city, man. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, we're leaving.
They're not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely not having it.
Clearly upset.
Yo. Hey, you tried to call you.
So that's kind of the flip side of this, right? You know, PvP conflicts. What do you guys think about this one, and what is different between this clip and you know, the one we just watched?
The difference is they were already done with the vault and were on their way out and got caught lacking. Here, they were about to start it and someone literally just took it from them. With, you know, just took it.
Thing is, though, that I was watching this happen on Jack's stream, and he didn't see them. He was dropped off and just did the thermite, and then he saw them. So he didn't know that they were there.
And that seems a little speed runny, though, don't you think? Like maybe checked out.
What do you think he should have done? Well, once he did see them, once he ran past them, he's like, you know, he says whatever he says to them and runs into the store. Do you think at that moment he should have been like, oh, what do you think?
It's rough, man, because you see they're trying to have fun with it, and they have the go-kart set up, or they
set up a whole thing. It's not just a basic.
They're trying to have fun with it.
Yeah, like no offense to Jack or whatever, like you could tell he was doing just a basic run. Like he had a hostage. They got a
Sultan. They had a hostage.
Just gonna get out of here, chase, blah blah blah. And these guys worked hard, planned something out, and but nothing.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say if it was me and I was in that situation and I was Jack, I saw them setting up, I would have stopped, paused, and went, "Hey, are you guys, making sure you're setting up for this? Okay, listen, you just paid me the thermite I spent." And I'm out of here. You guys have fun.
That's what I think he should have done.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I would have done.
You got thermite on you right now? Just give me the fucking thermite. I'm out of here.
True. Or just give him the thermite back. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
One for one. So.
Yeah.
And then you guys have fun. Godspeed. I hope it's hilarious.
Yeah. I think it would be different. It would be 100% different too if they just had a normal setup, like if they just had a standard car Sultan outside or something, and et cetera, et cetera. But if I got
another angle though to add to that. Go ahead, keep going. Though.
I was just gonna say, if I see somebody's trying to have, obviously have fun with it, and obviously HOA's they're not big into the heist scene, right? They're not doing it over and over and over every day. Mm-hmm. Whereas Jack does a lot of heist, right? So it's I would have been just fuck it, I guess. Just like Ori said. Give them the stuff.
Well, another thing about it.
Hold on, I'm going to add to that.
Yeah, you go ahead.
To look at another angle of this, not the OOC side of it, the in-character side. All right, Lyle, let's think in-character here. Would Jack the criminal, what he did, would that be what a criminal, would do? Would they just...
That would 100% be what Jack would do.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the argument here, right? Was it wrong what he did? In character, not really, right? Because that's kind of what. So this, I guess, the question, I guess, the dilemma I have here is what supersedes the other? The OOC morality of it, or in character? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a hard thing to pick sides on
this. I could preach on this. I could tell you
Go
this
ahead.
because player mindfulness is one of the biggest elements that I believe in the game. Is that we as players on this server need to be mindful of the other players and the other, what the character goals are and stuff like that. Because one of the crappiest things that can happen in a game is if you have worked your ass off and then somebody just goes and does the it's what my character would do crap. And you are completely dicked over by it. Whereas they could be mindful as players and respect you as a player and go, listen, you've worked your ass off. Let me give this to you, like as a player, even if it would be not something necessarily your character would do. Player mindfulness is key to making a server work. And when you get people who are selfish and all they care about is their own content or their own character's goals or whatever, and ignore any of the other players' goals or anything, all you wind up is in a train wreck and people getting pissed off. That's been my experience over 20 years of LARPing and role-playing.
Just for the record, just for the record, like we're not saying Jack was being selfish
not at
in
all.
this instance.
Not at all.
We're just saying like this shit like that happens all the time. Generally speaking, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
and this is something I've been quoted saying 100 times over, using it's what my character would do as an excuse to be a dick to someone out of character is not an excuse. Because at the end of the day, the things that your characters do are determined by you. Your character isn't this autonomous person that you have no control over. You literally made him. You can control everything that they do. So any action he takes is something that you have chosen out of character to take. So there is no such thing as it's what my character would do. Well, then maybe you should have, changed what your character did. Like your character is completely made and controlled by you as a person. So there is no excuse. Like, oh, it's what my character would do is never an excuse to be a dick.
I think there's an argument for both sides of that, but I agree with Reversal here. Like more so like the mindfulness of the community, like. Keeping it healthy is more important to me than what my character would do. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. What about you, Cap? You got anything to add to that?
Not really, man. You kind of covered it all.
Yeah, I mean, he hit the nail on the head.
One last little thing is also that the jewelry store is like not a big payout at all. It's kind of more of a for fun heist anyways.
The
payout is like, I think when you do the math, it's like you end up making
25K total.
You make like 5K per person after everything is said and done. It's like very minimal payout.
And that's if you get the max payout too. That's like sometimes you only get like $3,500.
It's like $4,000 per person. So like to come in here and take the for fun heist from someone who's using it for fun, purely just to like speed run making money is probably not the, I don't know. For me, it feels
a bad look.
It feels a little lame for the people who are kind of quote unquote using the heist as intended, like for kind of like a for fun situation. And the reality is, why do I keep saying that? Fuck me. The fact of the matter is that
the reality is, man.
The reality is.
The reality is that Jack didn't see them at the door because he was speedrunning it, right? Like they were like, all right, he's dropping me off at the thing. We're going around. Like they're like going so fast, 100 miles an hour. They didn't even take the time to look at the door, right? And that's kind of why this situation arose.
Okay.
It's the jewelry store, man. Like there's no need to like be so, like so optimal with it. It's the jewelry store. It's barely a heist.
Okay, so basically, everyone, no matter the payout, if it's shit, you still speedrun the whole jewelry because everyone wants to hit it because it is the smallest heist there is, right? You only need one thermite and a good thermite hacker, and then you're in. And then you just go. I remember me and Cloudy, we were trying to do this moped thing for like 2 days.
Oh my god!
And we were waiting for hours on hours, and then the second
we're
it opens
still
up,
trying to do it.
Yeah, and the second it opened up, someone just jacked it.
You got that shit on a timer.
That's why I say that's why I was saying last week how they should just have everything open. Like there should be a shit ton of options just so stuff isn't repeatedly hit. Like there's like they have the banks and then they have the jewelry store and stuff like that. They should make I feel like making the banks like super hard just makes it so the jewelry store is grinded now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they just need a lot of avenues, and it might be hard to put a lot of avenues in, like in terms of like heist. I don't know, but if they made a lot of avenues, if there's like 10 different avenues of heist, obviously a lot of stuff isn't gonna be put on a timer, right? Like they'll just.
I just read chat.
I don't know. It's a hard thing to try to implement into the game, and
that's something that I've always preached is that variety in activity.
Is so helpful.
Is really healthy for the server because it keeps people from getting bored and watered down with their daily routine, but also it gives people breathing room to where they don't feel like they're constantly pushing up against other people. Like. Remember back before chopping was really a thing, like Oxy was so just like strangleholded every day from like the moment the tsunami happened, the Oxy list would be 10 plus people deep and it would just be non-stop. Like it just felt so strangulating because it was just, there just wasn't enough breathing room. But ever since Chop opened up and a lot of those people kind of migrated away from it, it's been a lot more comfortable. And I think that if more things like that were added, just to kind of give people the choice and the variety, that there would be a lot more breathing room in these situations like this. Like imagine there was 4, 5, 6 different other jewelry stores you could hit at the same time. Would a situation like this have ever even arised?
Oh, it wouldn't. It definitely 100% wouldn't. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like if there's multiple, like you said, multiple jewelry stores, I wouldn't mind it being the same heist, but just having multiple locations to hit.
Exactly. Just like stores. Just like stores, right?
Like I said, though, at the end of the day, it's probably a little bit difficult to implement in because you got to create those. I guess the interior would be kind of the same, but you got to make room for it and stuff like that. So I respect.
And you also have to remember that MLOs are like very performance impacting. So like you can't just say like, oh, just plop down a jewelry store interior here.
Exactly.
Because then everyone's FPS is going to drop, and there's a lot goes.
100%.
Obviously, there's a reason things are the way they are, but
exactly, 100%.
We're more just talking like theoreticals.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got next. Vagos PD War. That was kind of a flash in the pan thing. I don't think we need to waste too much time on that.
Yeah.
Kitty, stop showing your butthole on camera. Okay. This is my life.
Let's just get right into
cats.
Yeah. Let's just get right into the Squid Game stuff.
All right, let's do it.
You guys want to just get right into the Squid Game stuff? Let's do it.
Love it.
I have missed it all. Like,
oh, look at that. Shatner replied to. Maybe Shatner can come in whenever. Come in right now.
If she wants to jump in right now, I'm down.
Yeah. I mean, I sent them the link. If they want to hop in, they can. I don't want to open up their DM on stream.
Yeah, sure. Oh man, open up our DMs. Double A, what's going on here, man?
Dude, I have no idea what's in that DM.
The camera stuff, though.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
If she is around, I'm definitely gonna get caught.
You know, if she ever goes for you, I'll take care of her. Don't worry.
Really? You did that?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
I know her. I know her secret.
He's dead.
Ow!
Oh,
yep. I knew you opened up.
If she is around, I'm definitely gonna get
I knew that was gonna happen the second he stepped up.
If she ever goes for you, I'll take care.
Yeah, I any type of fire, I just stay away.
Yep. That was a funny. So that was the very first Squid Game death. That's funny. And then here's Mike Block getting the first actual kill.
Yo. What up?
No, it wasn't an actual kill. I'm gonna.
It wasn't an actual kill. Yeah, it wasn't an actual kill. It was more like
blue barrel.
What do you mean?
It's more like SBS.
What do you mean? Enter a code.
My block.
When did this last game? Yo.
Holy shit.
What up?
That machine gun is fucking
hey,
brutal.
We found a code.
A code?
Right here on this blue barrel.
What do you mean?
Enter it.
do you mean enter a code?
Rest in peace, April.
Fuck you, yo! I'm winning this last game. Yo.
That's funny. He was this was kind of early on. I did catch this part. She ends up getting revived, and Pinto was very well. He wasn't very salty about it, but he was like, "What? No, I blasted her with a machine gun. What do you mean she's alive? No, I definitely killed her. No, she's dead. No, she's definitely dead. I shot her." Like he was kind of doing that repeatedly. Yeah. What do you guys think about the revives in the Squid Games?
I think it has to be done. I think it has to be done because of shit like that. Like, even though that's funny, what we just watched, it's imagine if everybody fucking did that. Yeah. And then Squid Games wouldn't be Squid Games. You wouldn't even make it to the last round before everybody killed each other. Over
but
some
everyone
dumb shit.
didn't do that. No, there was only a handful of people that died before the first game. There's only like 2 or 3 people.
No, I'm saying like if people didn't get revived from like that, and it was okay to just, hey, if I knock this dude down, if I down him right now, that's it. He's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like imagine that. Like the games
Well, I
wouldn't
mean,
have been.
wasn't that how
you know,
the Squid Games worked in the actual show?
Yeah, but it's not Squid Games. This is fucking no pixel games. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a whole,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the same argument people say, oh, real life that doesn't happen. Well, in real life I don't hold an AK in my ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like realism versus what it works for the server. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question a bit off topic, but you know, they were on the Cayo Perico map, right? Is that
I don't know
like
what I think this was a custom map, but was it the Cayo Perico? I don't even know.
it looked like it? But I don't know. It's been like in talks of.
I'm pretty sure
it being added.
I'm pretty sure it was
the
the
server.
custom map. Because I mean, they had the beds and everything, right? They had the whole Squid Game setup.
Well, those interiors
yeah.
were custom, yes, but I'm talking about the overland.
Oh, the actual
The whole the map they were on could have been. No,
it probably
it was
been,
Cayo. Yeah. So basically, I hope that it could sees its surface on the main server. That island.
Oh, they've showed it off multiple times. The devs have shown that island.
I think it's been in plans
code.
for a while. It's been in plans for a while, but it obviously like to implement it into the main server and it not crash everybody's game and the FPS like AA said not
a
be.
dev literally showed himself flying over to it, like
because I want to do my Island Boy arc.
Yeah,
because Cap looks like one of them.
You've been doing the Island Boy arc way before Island Boy was Island Boy.
True. I'm a fucking visionary.
Well, I mean, Rami already kind of stole the Island Boy arc, man. What you going? You going to fight the Rami for the?
Dude, actually, you should approach and be like, hey, there can only be one Island Boy.
No, but there are 2 Island Boys.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true. That's true. There can only be 2. You better have a partner. Hey, Scotty, get your hair ready.
Dude, Scotty as an Island Boy would be absolutely hilarious. That would be the funny.
Yeah, as far as I know, the island exists in No Pixel. It's just they don't. They're still adding content to it, is what I'm guessing. That they don't necessarily know.
Sure.
And I'm sure that at this point they probably have this figured out. But figuring out what they're going to do with the island, what activities are going to be there, what things you can do, and what the police will look like over there, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I think it would be cool. And you guys put your opinion in here for this, okay? I think it would be dope if there was like, if they turned the island into obviously a hub for drugs, but instead of just giving it to a group, it's always like you can fight for it. Kind of like how CG just came into the South Side and took the Baller's turf and moved in.
Hold on, I have a better explanation. The wilderness in RuneScape. Have you guys played RuneScape?
Listen. I'm a kid, okay? I'm just a kid. What is our RuneScape?
All right. So, in my mind, the island would have absolutely no police presence at all. It would be a full-blown, PvP-centric area where there's absolutely no police presence. You have no one you can rely on, but it would have lots of loot everywhere.
So Escape from Tarkov.
So you mean that No Pixel will become Tarkov?
I'm down.
You would suit up and you would go there with your boys. And you would try to get in, get your loot, and get out before whoever's holding down the island and patrolling catches you. So like imagine CG and all those people like holding down the island, and they don't, they want to catch you and get all the shit that you harvested while you're there, right? So they would be driving around patrolling and shit. And your objective is to try to get in, let's say there's a bunch of barrels and you walk up to these barrels and each one has like, 500 to 1,000 of like aluminum or some shit in them, right? And like you're walking around, you're getting like thousands of materials like within minutes. Like that'd be great money, right? But then you got to get there and get out before the people patrolling find you. And then, the people patrolling are set up organically. It's not like they have any type of whitelist or anything. They're just the people that are holding it down. So people could fight over it. Vagos would probably want to do it. They have the strength and the numbers. They would want to like get in here and, hold down the island and try to rob people. And I'm sure CG would want to do it. And, there would be like them fighting amongst each other to see who gets to hold it down. And while they're busy, people can try to sneak in and get the resources. And, I think that would be a really awesome dynamic. Just having like an island filled with loot and like maybe the deeper, like let's say there's only one entrance to the island. And then let's say on the far end of the island, it's really hard to get to. The loot like ramps up like crazy. Like imagine you get down there and it's like you open up a box and there's like 10 bricks of cocaine and stuff, right? So it's like, you going all the way to the end of the island, getting all the loot and then getting out would be like a massive score. But getting there to do it would be really, really difficult because of, all the people there. It's exactly like the wilderness in RuneScape is the same way. Like if you want to mine the rarest ore in the game, or at least this is how it was back then.
By the way, on the stream, we still have the clip up. We're not looking at our cameras.
Yeah. I'm just.
What the hell, man?
And so, in the wilderness in RuneScape, the rarest ore is only at the very deepest parts of the wilderness, but the wilderness is all PvP enabled. Like it's the only like open PvP area in the game. So in order to mine those rare minerals, you got to go all the way to the deepest part in the very back of a PvP zone.
I want to know what Ori thinks is going to happen with the island. What she thinks should happen with the island.
Honestly, I think it's actually really good as a special event server, and I'd keep it as that. Putting that into the game, honestly, is probably going to bog down the amount of server load and strain because of the amount of extra stuff in there. That's my personal opinion. I kind of like having it as a special event server for stuff like this because that would be really cool, and then they could just adapt it and change it for other events they want to do.
That's true.
Yeah, and just like maybe one day they could link it together where it's like an alternate loading zone, and we just like do a boat and then jump into it. But yeah, generally I'm a big fan of that'd be cool.
From my understanding, it's the way that 5M server architecture works is that things are broken up into nodes, and that generally speaking, things in this node don't affect things in that node. It's why whenever there's like a big event where a lot of people are together in one spot, it'll crash like the whole server because that node is like getting so overloaded. But if that same amount of people are spread out over all the nodes, there's no issue. So I think that if this island thing was its own node, I don't necessarily, or if the island itself was broken up into a bunch of nodes and everyone was kind of distributed throughout those nodes, I don't necessarily think it would really impact the rest of the city at all. Because it would all, it's the same reason like why the lifers exist, right? Like the lifers can be there outside of the city limit or the city population cap because they're in an area where people aren't normally at, so they don't necessarily affect the rest of the server. So I think like the island would kind of be the same way, right? Like it would kind of exist far enough away where the people aren't necessarily affecting everything else.
I think it'd be cool, but I don't think it should be like, if it were to come to like the main server or whatever, I don't think it should be like super OP because like if you're talking like people going over there and fighting for it and stuff, like a bunch of shooting is gonna happen clearly, obviously, and it's just gonna be like I feel like a shit show. People are gonna get like obviously salty about getting shot over and over trying to go over there and just explore the island, and I don't know. Maybe it should
Don't
be
go
like
to the
similar to
island.
treasure hunting.
Then,
I guess.
you know, just stay
I
outside the
guess.
island if you don't want the smoke. You know?
Yes.
I see. I see.
I just
like,
don't.
go ahead.
I just don't think like it should be like PvP oriented just because like it's an RP server. You know?
Yeah, but
With
you got to
PvP
remember what NoPixel is already a pretty PvP centric kind of server.
I wouldn't say.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't say that. Nah.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I mean, maybe with the X Games going on and stuff right now, yeah, but it's not like normally you don't. I don't go outside and hear 4,000 AKs.
that's what I'm
Well, I mean, as far as criminal activities, criminal
2.0
activities,
NoPixel
most
was,
criminals are going to be hostile with each other in one way or another, whether they're like openly shooting or robbing or hood checking or whatever. Like hostility is kind of like the default when it comes to criminals interacting during crime, from my experience.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. I mean, you could have like some boys and stuff like.
I mean, there's just no way for this island to exist and not be hostile unless you have like
that's what I was
a
saying
huge
earlier. Like, it would
police
just be
force
cool.
that's dedicated to the island and shit like that. Like,
It would just be cool if you know, it could be a place that could be taken away by major groups. Like they're always constantly fighting for it, and whoever has it controls the drug trade in the whole city. So CB could fight for it, and then they control it for a month, and then all of a sudden CG has a master plan, and then they come in and they fucking take it, and then the Vagos have a master plan. They come in, they take it. You know, like always fighting for it, kind of thing. Like New World, how they're always fighting for territories and that shit. Like, why not just have it like that? And whoever has it controls the trade in the city.
Yeah,
like,
I just don't want it to feel like an MMO more than it already kind of does with the grinding stuff. If you get where I'm coming from, like it. I want, if they're bringing something that big, it should be something, in my opinion, for the community, just to have fun. Like Ari said already, with the event stuff and stuff like that. Just
I think there will be
there's
portions
already
of
so
the
many
island that are safe for civilians.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the actual layout of the island, when you get there, it's like a port in the southern end, and then off to the east of that, along the beach, is like this big event venue with like a big covering and stages and bars and stuff. And I think that initial port and then that event stage over to the side will be kind of open to the public, and people will be able to hang out there safely. But I think once you leave that port and get into the actual island proper, I think that's going to be the part that's going to be pretty much hostile.
I know damn well who's going to try to control that island, bro. Gonna be Chief, man. It's gonna be
he would be pretty dope to control that. Or you're gonna
imagine like deep on the island, there's like a little command post with like a map on a table, and you got to peek at the map, and there's an option that says like control the island, and you click on that option, and then like a little bar starts filling, but it's super slow. It's like 20 minutes long for you to fill up this bar, and if you fill it up, then you become like on the job app, you become like the CEO of the island job, and then you're able to like hire people and fire people, and you kind of control the island. You can lock and unlock doors and stuff like that.
That'd be sick.
Really quick,
and then anyone can come up to that map. You have to control it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought you were about to say something. Okay, cool.
No, I just jump in. I'm that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I do meetings all the time, all day long. This is my life.
So I think the island would be cool. I'm excited for it. But anyways, let's go back to the clips here.
Yeah. Yep. I included the winner because I figured that's pretty
Bubbles is here? Bubbles in chat?
Yeah.
Who's Bubbles? Who plays Bubbles?
Riley RP plays Bubbles.
Is he in here? Dude, Bubbles is fucking hilarious.
I like Bubbles.
One.
He cracked me up the other day at Hutch's birthday party. Who's throwing these fucking grenades? Had me rolling, dude.
All
right,
what is this clip?
Man? Oh.
One.
Oh.
Jesus.
I think this is just one of the ones I threw.
Yeah.
He said follow it. They said follow him.
What the fuck? What happened?
So this was the first round of the games. It was like anyone who like did the puzzle right, they put their number up on the board, and then they all got called and told to stand away, and then anyone who didn't get called got mowed down.
A lot of numbers being called.
Yeah, this is the losers game. As a content concept, I mean, you'll see that some of the people that were clearly chosen were probably just chosen by the devs on the back end, because it sucks to have people like Axe or or whatever knocked out before they even get to see the game itself, and you know, there's that content aspect of it to be like, we spent hours waiting for this game, and now all of us are out, you know. So they did a losers game, so they selected a bunch of IDs based off of that. I'm not sure if there were any actual lucky choices or not. I have no idea what their back end was, but like that was pretty specific who they picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if X did get... I mean, could he run from it? Like, I wonder, like, if he got picked, could they, like, try to survive for the next game? They probably could, right?
No, all the people who picked lived, and it was the people who didn't get picked who died.
Oh.
And then they literally went through and checked every single person to make sure if they were a person who got picked or not.
Okay, for those who didn't watch the Squid Games, basically what they did in the very first bit was everyone was gathered to this island, this isolated island, and all of them had to go find a location and put in stones or whatever into these like pillars in a circle. And they had like 10 seconds to do so, run inside and get into the elevator. If you made it into the elevator, then you were transported into the actual like facility, which I'm sure is going to be the next clip. If you didn't, you lost. And everybody that was present in that scene we just watched were all the losers who didn't get to an elevator and didn't get into the actual game. So they did a losers game where it was basically just lucky chance, quote, that they would be picked to continue on in the game. And then they got mocked by the VIPs as well, which is pretty funny. Like, Nino was like driving past like, oh, why are you guys so freaking stupid that you couldn't even figure out a simple puzzle? Yeah. It's mostly because people kept sniping and screwing up the puzzle. It was really funny to watch, actually.
Right.
That's funny. Huh? All right, move on to the next clip here.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, sure. What was that?
Yeah, don't play with me, bitch.
Jesus. Well, good thing we formed that team earlier, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
So, the reason why Mike Block has this switchblade is he was tasked with stealing someone's invite, their Squid Game or Octopus Game's invite, and he successfully stole Abdul's invite. So he had told the head guy of the Octopus Games that he had successfully stole that invite. So the guy said, good, here's some cocaine and a knife. I want you to go stab Abdul to teach him, to punish him for letting his invite get stolen, because I told him to keep it safe. So they gave Mike the switchblade to go, and he eventually stabbed Abdul with it. And yeah, that's why he had that knife.
That's funny.
But did you guys see that room that they were in, by the way? That was really well done. It was like literally the room from the show with all the beds and stuff.
I'm amazed that they were able to whip this whole thing up in a month.
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The amount of back end work. Oh, geez. Like anyone who sits here on the server and complains about the development team needs to learn how much work they put into this. Like, even just creating this server.
Who's complaining about the development team?
I think the biggest issue. Okay, so I'm on the mayor side of things, so I constantly hear people complaining about how long construction takes. And like, hey, I did my business proposal 6 months ago. Why don't I have construction yet? Why does this place have construction first? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, please understand, like it is hard to explain in RP. Like guys, they have lives and they're working their asses off, and coding takes a really long time. Like, and honestly, like certain projects like become passion projects for some of the devs. Like, so that might get fast tracked. Like LSVN was like in like formed within 2 months of like we formed that. I know they did some back end stuff ahead of time, but LSBN like formed in game and was like made into a building quickly because it was a passion project for one of the devs and they really wanted to see that in the game. So, you know, if your restaurant that's just another restaurant isn't done yet, you know, maybe there's, you know, there's it's not an offense to you. It's just simply it's not a passion right now. They'll get to it eventually, but it's going to take time and it's a lot of coding and stuff that goes into it. And trying to explain that in an in-game basis, like I hear a lot of complaining about like how slow the devs are or how we don't have this or how we don't have that because people it's easier to complain than to go, holy crap, how much work and how much amazing things do we have access to in this game that we would never have in GTA Online. And I would love to see a lot more appreciation for the development team and how much they work their asses off because every single one of them does amazing work. And we wind up with things like radio comms. I mean, we have the entire news system right now. We have this island now that we can work with as an event RP server possibly. It's so good.
There's so much to do. That's what I've been saying. There's so much to do, and like Riley was saying too in the chat, the list of people wanting construction too is just probably goes on forever and forever. Like you gotta have patience.
Ask for it. Yeah,
you gotta have patience.
It's hundreds of people long right
like
now.
The other day I was trying to start a new business, trying to start another record label in the city. And Abdul was like, "So you want construction?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna run this shit out the back of my van, dude. I'm not even gonna ask, bro."
It's like
I'm good, dude. It's just there's too much going on, dude. They'll literally never get to it. It's just another record label, right?
They have you know they have a life. Like Ari was saying, is they have a life. You know, they're the same as us. They're not some robotic AIs that just work 24/7. Like. Gotta put some respect on these people's names, man. They go out of their way. They do all this big stuff for us, and like for people to complain about something as little as construction, like who cares? Like we have so much to do in the city as it is.
Just in all fairness, it's okay to be disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay to be disappointed, but
be disappointed, you know, but also be grateful, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, be grateful for what we have in this game because holy crap, I am amazed at like how fast they do these turnarounds sometimes and then also how detailed they are. Like we went into the LSBN office for that first time. I cried. It was beautiful.
That office
mural on the wall. It's so nice. Yeah. And it was really the great thing about it is that it was so character specific. Like it, you know, like we all had names on our desks. There was a mural of us, like, and each desk had a little touch to every character. Like mine had a copy of my in-game blog, like sitting on the table, which was just like literally made me cry because I'm like, oh God, there's something of me in the game. And like stuff like that little attention to detail means a lot.
It does.
And I just want to see more players just show a little bit more gratefulness towards the development team because they really do work. And they're also doing bug fixes on top of that. So they're not just developing new content. They're also dealing with bugs. And God knows there's a crap ton of bugs.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Flying cars, anyone?
Flying cars.
From my understanding, the construction queue is not actually a queue, but just a pool of things that the devs get to choose from, right? Like it's not like, oh, I've been on the list for longer than you, so I should go first. No, I think it's like, from my understanding, the devs get to pick. They get to look at the list and say, you know what, I want to work on this one, and the thing that they pick might be brand new. It might have just gotten added to the queue, or it might be the oldest thing on there. Like I think that they can just pick whatever the hell they want to work on.
Creates. Yeah, I think it's based around the RP it creates.
I think
like
so
if it,
too.
Yeah, like if it's just like you said, it was just another restaurant, another record label, that's gonna be the last fucking thing.
It's gonna be pushed to the back. Yeah.
But with that said, though, we really do need fresh out. You know what I'm saying? You know, get the shoes in there. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe down, down bad.
Oh my God.
Down bad.
Here we go.
Oh, it would be nice to print mixtapes.
Hey, what's up, Shatner?
EvilShatner, what's
You're
up?
welcome.
Hello.
Change it.
All right, we got to get her intro set up while you fix our names. EvilShatner, go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat.
Yeah, sorry, I'm old and I overslept.
Oh, good.
That's the way that it is. I'm sorry.
All good.
No.
How about you tell us a little bit about who you play and how your week was, both in and out of character? How was your week?
Oh, my week has been fantastic. My ulcer's back. It's been a mayoral race from fucking hell. People have been trying to kill my character. They've been trying to kill my security teams. They've been fucking tossing threats and fucking being dickheads. So it's great. It's been great. No,
that's my kind of RP right there.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for
great.
you.
You know what I love is like we've had the most peaceful administration. Like virtually no one has come after Abdul or any of the deputy mayors. And then we hit election season. And it's like bam, bam, bam on everyone else. It's so funny to see. And I'm just like, man, we've been so lucky this administration.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's I personally love the elections because it's just like there's so much like behind the scenes and on the scenes that are
creates a lot of RP
involved with it, and it creates so much RP. I love it. I love the elections is gonna be one of my favorite things.
Oh
But
shit! Hang on, I gotta turn off my shit over here.
Do you guys want to just go right into?
Can only be
how does one get on this? I'll DM you, Riley.
And one thing I'll
do you
say
guys
about
just want?
oh, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you guys want to hop right into the mayoral discussion now, since we're kind of already on the subject?
Yeah, we can.
Sure.
All right. So I guess we'll start. Well, EvilShatner, I think, is fixing her webcam, so we'll start with you, Ari. What do you?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
What do you think about the mayoral race
cool.
process? And how has it been for you, and how is it going? Do you think it's good, bad? Do you think things could be changed?
I think a lot of it's dependent on player motivation. Okay, so for instance, I spent a long time on the news. Oh, so you're gonna want to fix the names because Shatner's video camera.
Already on
yeah,
it.
cool.
Oh, Jesus.
So you were Bobby Beats for a second. It was cool. I fought a long time for the last 3 elections because once I joined the news, I realized that we needed to have like campaigning and debates and stuff like that. And the last 3 elections, I've literally gone and asked, can we have like a week? And the Andy election, where she was leaving office, she left office a week early, so the week I asked for was gone. The second election with the Denzel Abdul. That was the Denzel Abdul election. So then for the beginning of this term, I requested, hey, can we get it? And they went, well, we would, but the DOJ, this is the whole thing. We need to take more time to figure out this whole DOJ change. So then this election, when John Dabrowski posted that up, I immediately went and DM'd him and was like, can we get a few days for campaigning and electioning? Because like a lot of people have no idea who any of the candidates are, and it sucks. And we want to get names out there, and we want the news to have an actual piece in this. So I rallied for it, and finally, the Senate agreed to it, and we got our 5 days of campaigning and debate. And unfortunately, that's when it comes down to players having the time and willingness. Like I know as Ursula, I was really willing to do it when I was part of the news and get it done, but like we didn't have as much buy-in from Weasel and LSBN this time, so stuff was kind of put together very last minute. No complaints on that. Like it happens. Like that's how the game works. But it would have been cool if we make this a continued process in the future, that we have this few days, we can make a lot more happen. It'd be really exciting for the news teams and the civilians and everyone really actively involved in the election to make it great.
Yeah, imagine there's like a schedule.
The last voting time fucking got sliced down to 3 days when it should have been 7.
Oh God, that was terrible. I was so angry about that.
I was hoping it would fucking happen now because I'm so tired of this shit. It's like a fucking holding pattern right now. I literally have no idea what to do with myself.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, we're just living day by day at this point until the Senate announces officially.
I've literally made like $110,000 in fucking metal detecting because I have literally nothing to do with myself until this fucking shit comes out.
Okay. I gotta ask, is metal detecting really that profitable?
Yeah, it is.
Yes. It's literally the best thing you can do on the server right now.
You telling me microphone that old fuck is onto something?
He's on to something, man.
Yeah,
he's onto something.
Just
you didn't know microphone's a grinder? Oh man, you didn't know that dude's a grinder, man. If you see microphone doing something, you know damn well it's a good way to make money because that dude's all about that shit. That dude's grinder.
Looks like I'm gonna go on a trip with microphone soon and check it out.
I fucking hate the grindy shit. I hate it. It's like I opened up a savings account yesterday in the game just so that way I could put all that shit in there because I don't want to. When I look at my phone, I don't want to see a fuck ton of money in there. I just don't want to see it. I don't. I want to see it just enough to be able to pay my asset fees, and that's it.
Asset fees.
That's it. That's it. I sold my warehouse, so I no longer have $70,000 in asset fees every 2 weeks.
What? That's how much that was?
70 grand?
It's that yes.
Bro,
I was
Oh my
$70,000 in
God.
asset fees every 2 fucking weeks.
What was
man.
your warehouse?
It was $855,000. It was $44,000 just in itself.
That's
Why?
crazy.
Why are our asset fees? Because I have a warehouse too, and it's like 25K every 2
I think
weeks.
it's based
nowhere
on the
near-
price you
We
bought
don't know.
the warehouse for.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's based-
cite this.
how much
We
did you-
have no idea how asset fees work. We have tried to
Well,
map it out multiple
I-
times.
I
People who have bought houses on the exact same block for different prices.
Yeah, the
person
percentage
who
is
paid
different.
more paid less in asset
Yeah, the
fees, and
percentage
it
is
made no
fucking
damn
different. It's
sense.
stupid as
Yeah,
fuck.
we have no idea how it works, and
I know.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
we can't ask them to raise or lower it or remove some of it. Like it's all on the back end with
They
the devs.
fucking need to. I mean,
I paid,
He's killing
we
role
only had
playing, in
asset
my opinion.
fees once. We only had asset fees once a month. Then Denzel took office. I'm gonna fix the budget. I'm gonna fix the fucking negativity in the bank. And now we've got we got asset fees once every 2 fucking weeks.
I'm
So the
paying
funny
40K
thing
a
is,
month.
that
for my
wasn't-
car.
that wasn't-
surplus
I
to where we
asked
can
him.
afford to give $15 million
So
to the
I asked
fucking
him.
cops for fucking SUVs. Come on, man. Everybody's a grinder. Nobody has time to go into RP anymore. Everybody's fucking grinding for money.
True.
So
It's
kind
so
of so to give you guys some of the
terrible.
back end on this is a lot of people don't know the back end because they're not in the mayor's office, and I've been learning a lot over the past couple weeks. Number one, we didn't actually give the police department 15 million. We didn't have that to give.
Yeah, I know,
did
but
not
they're
come-
playing like
that
they
came
are.
from the state. Yeah,
They're
they're playing
playing
like
like
they
they
are. Denzel's not the one who actually installed the asset fees. I even talked to him about that because I was
I know,
like
but
curious. I'm like, was
as
that
far
your
as
idea?
RP
And he's
is
like,
concerned,
no.
it's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Denzel's fault.
Oh yeah. But I actually found out in
It's his
game.
fucking
I
fault.
took time to find out because I was like, now that I'm learning that asset fees are at the federal level. Denzel, did you actually create this idea, or was this like handed down to you from federal? And he said handed down from me from federal. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the only PCs in the game who realizes Denzel had nothing to do with that.
Well, yeah,
And
the
I
mayor-
hate
I love
him,
how he
and
just
I wanted
owns it
him
anyways,
to
though,
have
right?
it. Yeah.
The mayor's
Yeah,
office is a political middleman. It literally
Uh-huh,
has
mhm.
no. It can do fucking nothing other than approve your fucking business plan. That is literally
Yep.
the only thing that it can do
nope.
on
We
its
can change the
own.
price of how much you make.
Well,
Like your hourly
besides,
fees.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
which
that's about it.
should be fucking raised. I swear to God. Oh,
Yeah, I was at
delicate
Lord's
balance. I'll tell you this.
You can make
We've
$3
looked
grand
at
in
it.
an hour fishing, where a lawyer's making $528 fucking dollars. What the fuck?
Yeah,
PD should get.
unfortunately-
PD
I have a
should honestly
question,
get a
Paulie. I have a
raise,
question,
too.
Paulie. Hold on.
PD
Yeah,
should
yeah,
get
Bobby.
a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question about this. Why do you think that it is the way it is? Why has the server been made so grindy? In your opinion?
In my opinion,
Yeah, like why?
tuna can cars.
Say it again.
Tuna can cars.
Just because of the cars? You
Dude,
think that's why?
it's like $3 million to have a fucking car, man. Between the, I mean, I don't know why they decided to tank the Guinea market. I really don't understand, because when they put all of that Guinea and all of the parts into Benny's, racing plummeted. Zero. It's like, I don't even bother carrying my fucking dongle on me anymore because I know I'm not going to get any business from racers because nobody's fucking racing.
That is
No.
true. Nobody is racing. Nobody.
Yeah,
is racing.
because that's the reason why I kept my dongle on me all the time for Heist, so that way I know when a race was ending, I could fucking get parts and shit ready. You know, because there's gonna be 20 motherfuckers coming through, right?
Yeah.
There's like
No, I know
5
the reason
races
they
a
did it.
day now, when there used to be like 15, 20,
Yeah.
30 sometimes, depending on, you know, how many different classes are racing. Now nobody's doing it. You know,
Do you think Summit, taking a break from RP kind of affected that as well, or do you?
racing?
just in
No,
general?
people
Not at all.
People
You
are
were
just
right.
as
I think so.
obsessed with it as he is. It's not just him. I mean, and
Not
while
at all.
granted, yeah, there's a good handful of people that are trying to fucking clout chase, fucking
True.
get up underneath of his heels, racing or whatever. Nobody drives like Chawa, and nobody's gonna be able to get him because he could see that shit coming a mile a fucking way.
That's
So
true.
he just
Yeah.
So
he
think-
tells you to fuck off, basically.
So I think I know the reason that they changed the asset fees. And I think it was the biggest reason is that they were trying to make it vaguely more realistic to create a real like lower class and middle class and high class in the game. In order to make that feel that way. And even though we already felt it 100%. Yeah, I think we definitely already felt that beforehand, but with the asset fees increased so extraordinarily, they also want to teach people like, hey, listen, stop going outside of your income level.
Fucking
like,
Aaron, I can see some motherfuckers in your chat being in it.
Yeah. But like I really feel that a lot of times they feel like when you've got like that person that's just like, you know, just been doing oxy runs or whatever's not necessarily well known, but like don't have real friends or in the game, like people who aren't really there for anything, but I just want to be here to like get a cool car or whatever. I think they almost kind of want to like punish that behavior to make them role play more, but at the same time, that add asset fees, I don't get it.
It's
so
not going to cause
grind more because
role play.
they want that bigger car. They're going to pay for it. Now they're paying extra asset fees, so they're going to grind more for that. So I'm not seeing what they were trying to accomplish. I think they should lower it back to once a month.
We had that talk last week.
We literally had this.
We had the talk last week that it's like if you make it harder to grind, human psychology just. They're not gonna all of a sudden. Oh, okay, I'll go RP instead. No, they're gonna grind
fucking harder.
They're grind harder now.
They're gonna pull harder.
I'm paying $40K a month for the. I can't even imagine the people with tuner cars. Like I feel so bad for them. Like
fuck that.
I'm already paying $40K a month in asset fees on the R8. People are probably paying like $100K a month for one car.
Well, you have to remember
like,
the tuner car loans are way different. Like, aren't the tuner car loans
you can
like
get up to 25%
interest or some shit?
I'm saying
they
the price on the car
25
though.
weeks too.
I'm saying the price on the car though. Like people are paying like $50K every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like people are paying $1.3 million for these.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the asset fees. Yeah, people are paying $1.3 million for these cars. My car is only worth $800K and it's already $20K every 2 weeks. So imagine these people with $1.3 to $1.5 million cars. They're probably paying like $50 to $70K every 2 weeks. And
I saw one guy's asset fee. I think Randy's asset fee was $55K. I think
it's insane.
For a fucking
that's
car,
over $100,000 for one car.
Christ, that's so stupid. That is the dumbest shit ever.
Like damn,
ever.
Man.
Like the fucking.
I don't know.
It's cartoon guy is.
My biggest problem with asset fees is the issue that I'm in right now is that I'm not in the server because I'm fucking moving, right? Like I can't be in the server right now.
Real life shit.
I have fucking asset fees stacking out my ass. I used every last little bit of money on both of my characters' banks to pay off all of my loans and asset fees before all this started. Hold on, let's see. Okay.
Look at the light. Look at the light.
I used all of my bank to kind of prepare myself for being away from the server for a little bit, but I know when I get back, I'm going to have loans due on both characters. I'm going to have asset fees due on both characters. And it's like, I'm not going to get the RP. I'm not going to get the RP at all. I'm going to go fucking fish and hunt and run oxy.
Hell yeah, double A.
Let's go fish, for fucking days, bro.
I'm not even going to turn on my microphone because I know I'm not even going to fucking get a chance to talk to people.
I think the once a month is still like. I think the once a month is a really good idea still. Like the
once a month.
I think the once a month is
fine too. You know, like lower that shit.
I don't even care about it being lowered. Even just like everybody.
When you have 5 cars,
perfectly.
All due the same day.
Weeks. Nah, fuck it. Just make it every week. Honestly, asset fees every week. Fuck it.
Every week. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fuck it.
Let's see who can really fucking last. We're all going to be walking around.
You know what? That would create RP. If they took every fucking dollar we made, then all you can do is like, there's no amount of grinding that you can do.
Fucking rented bisons that we all hate so much.
I'd be driving around in my BMX every single day.
Hey, by the way,
dude, I've got like 7 BMXs.
I sent you a clip.
You sent to me on Discord or what?
Yeah, I sent you in Discord. Banana Duck, a really funny clip from Squid Games.
I love that guy. I love that guy so much.
Oh, I fucking love Banana.
Banana is probably one of my favorite.
I don't want to open up.
Play with.
Hold on. I don't want to open up my DMs.
What, you don't want your DMs exposed?
Yeah, come on. You don't want your DMs leaked? Come on, man.
What do you got to hide? What do you got to hide?
Yeah, what do you
He sent me some nasty pictures last night.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
If I opened up me and Noel's DMs, it would just be nothing but dick pics for as far as you can scroll.
Gross.
Damn.
God.
Damn, send me some of
Don't
those.
do that shit.
Hutch isn't dead.
No sound.
Hutch isn't dead.
Oh yeah, you gotta go through
I've
it.
got no
Look at
sound.
Hutch,
Never
dude.
mind, I've turned it off.
Hutch just runs away.
Run away, Hutch!
What a lad! What a lad! What a lad! Oh my
Bro,
god!
Hutch
man,
actually
I
makes
love
it
it,
through,
dude.
by the way. Hutch
made
was
it to the next
supposed to
round.
die here, but he didn't. He actually got through. Hutch actually got through to the next round.
Look at him
because
just
of this.
laying there, dude. Look.
Yeah, he was in for quite some time too.
That's some 200 IQ shit, man.
You know, the thing is, it makes sense in Squid Games. That's kind of how they are. It's like, hey, you know, if you can get away with it, you get away with it.
Yeah.
What a lad!
Oh, that's great.
What a lad!
That's just funny, man.
What a lad! Oh my
Dude, that
god!
guy
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Hutch
I
is
love
my
when he
spirit
comes,
animal.
I love when he
alright?
comes in a haze and he's in a hurry and he just starts. And then all
I'll
of a
be
sudden he's in
honest.
there for a half an hour fucking talking about shit. I thought you
The
were in a
longer
hurry.
this went
Hutch.
on, the more I was actually surprisingly rooting for Mike Block. I usually wouldn't ever, but I legitimately by the end really wanted him to win. It was like
I wanted
yeah.
Guy to win so bad.
Well, I mean, amongst the players, like
I just
early
wanted a
on, I
little
had my
guy to-
favorites, but they all went
I
down
wanted
early.
a little guy to win.
Yeah.
I wanted a
No,
little
I agree
guy.
with that. I agree with that. Dude, when I woke up the next morning, I heard Randy won. I was just like,
Okay,
no,
yeah,
no
figures.
offense to
He's
him.
one of like the
Just
top 5 richest people in the city, right? Like,
Exactly.
I
Let
expect-
somebody
that's the thing.
focus.
I wanted an
You did it.
underdog to win. You know what I'm saying? Like it with him winning, it almost feels like it was scripted. It was like, really?
Yeah.
Like him?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
Mike
I mean,
Block
what
would've
did
been
you
hilarious.
expect when the final
I mean,
game
it
was
was
a
down to
PvP shootout?
Coil and fucking it was down to him and Coil. So I mean,
I don't know, man.
Okay,
The final
Mike
game
Block
was
wins,
literally just a
buys.
cheat.
This is what I wanted to see. Mike
He'd
Block
finally be able
wins.
to get out
He
of fucking
buys
debt, though.
block towers and charges everyone who lives there money.
Oh my
to live.
God.
How
That
good
was
would
my
that have
arc
been?
I wanted to
50
see.
bucks a week.
Yeah.
I just imagine
Yeah.
Mike Block like
good.
walking out of the apartments, like wearing like a fancy suit and like a grill in his mouth, and like just like
Yeah.
just like throwing wads of cash at people. Like this, it would have been
Oh
great.
my
man.
god.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Dude,
Mike Block would have won, man.
oh my god, could you imagine the fucking rampage that Penta would have fucking sent Block on? Jesus Christ,
Oh,
if he had all
man.
that kind of money.
That would have been that would have been good
God
RP.
damn.
that
It would have
it
been,
would've been.
all of his characters rolled into one, and it would have been fucking terrifying.
Oh, look. Let me tell you something. That here's an idea. RP heads up for everybody. I got a 500K loan in the server I'm paying off. When I'm done paying this shit off, I'm gonna start pulling out 500K loans every month just to do events on the server, just to pay
Nice.
out. And that's I don't care about my character going into debt. I just want
What if we
to
went half
do
and
events.
half? So you didn't have to make it.
We could. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Yeah, we could. I don't give a fuck. The point is, man, like, I just want to create RP, like create events, you know, for people.
Yeah.
And a lot of time people will not show up unless you got a prize. Unless you
True.
got a prize.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, unless
I'm
there's
like, fuck it.
again the grinder fucking mindset. Unless there's money involved to win.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
They're not
100K.
coming.
Hey,
Hell
you're
yeah.
impacting my
They're busy
dollars
fishing,
per
you know what I'm
minute. My dollars
They're
per
too
minute
busy.
calculation.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Like, you got to be enough money. Like, okay, how much would I make if there's going to be a 4-hour event? How much money could I make fishing right now? Let me see. You know, okay. There's definitely more money to be made at this event. Like, that's how they doing it, man.
exactly. I see. I don't like that people are at that mindset. You know,
Yeah.
it drives me nuts.
like
It's
another.
like
I mean,
Like,
that,
the
that's
events,
a,
the events are non-existent now. The good ones, the fun ones, you know. Because like in the beginning, right, of 3.0, let's say there was always some kind of fun thing to do, some social event, you know, and then all of a sudden, like after the 5th or 6th one or whatever, every single one of them turned into a fucking bloodbath. So I quit going. I quit going just because of that. I'm tired of fucking getting shot at for doing fucking nothing. It's like, you know, I mean, I've literally been shot in the server, like, I think it's 6 times now. 2 times it's been by, like, well, I mean, fuck, Brahmi shoots at me almost every fucking time he sees me, and he misses me every time. But the most of the times that I've been shot in the server is fucking crossfire from cops. So,
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Ursula
Yes.
knows all about that. Ursula knows all about the crossfire.
yeah, when she got down from that shit, I got shot in the same fucking bullshit with that giant war zone that's going on there. So, and then another dumb shit, the one that got us in trouble, I don't even remember who it was. Who was that guy that literally drove the news van through the middle of the fucking crossfire from the back and forth. They literally drove right through the shit. Who was that? Because they got us in fucking
I know who
massive
that
trouble.
was. Yeah, I know who that was
Yeah.
actually.
That's
That
a
was
fucking idiot.
That was a
Are you-
player that like thought the firefight was over. I talked with him afterwards.
Yeah.
He thought it was over. Didn't realize it was still going on and active. So he's trying to help people. And unfortunately, no one who was downed was telling him, "Hey, you can't jump in. It's still third party at this point." So like it was his bad. He's not a regular player, but I recognized who it was and knew exactly because I could see him from my vantage point up there. Down for an hour and a half.
That was like me yesterday. I didn't pick anybody up or anything, but I think I was with Walter and a couple other people, and there was a firefight going on in the south side, and I just drove through it like I wasn't paying attention, and I just drove straight through the gunfire, and I was like, oh shit. And then I drove through like GSF turf, and they were like, "Get the hell out of here, Scotty! Like, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." So I accidentally like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, hey, real quick, we're gonna watch. We're gonna close out the Squid Game conversation with the winning POV clip, and then we're gonna take a quick break. Let me hop over to it real quick.
Dude, if you're gonna do that, you gotta make sure that you see Coil's fucked up, janky, rubber banding point of view too.
Oh, do you have the clip for that? I need the.
It's in there. It's his shit somewhere.
Yeah, he was trying to odd job.
I was watching. Yeah, I was watching Coil through that. You know, because fucking Francis, little shitbird.
Yeah, that car.
He actually got my car. He drove my car the other day, and it's like, hey, yeah, the best I've been able to see in my car is 171. He goes, I think I could beat it.
Hit you right, Paul?
Come on, Blow. I think I could beat it. Motherfucker got my car to 178 coming down the hill. Like, how the fuck did you even do this?
Oh shit! Is that a Magnum?
Yeah, it's a single shot.
Yeah, single shot revolver. Yeah, it's like a starter pistol. But
you know those were in the game. Cool.
This game would have been so much cooler if you couldn't climb on the walls.
Yeah. Yeah, for the longest time they weren't even climbing on the walls at all because they thought that they couldn't, that they weren't allowed until they said something about it.
Oh. Damn.
Oh. Let's go, baby! You know how we fucking do it!
Yep, that was it.
I posted the Coil clip in the Discord. I love fucking Rated, bro.
Bullshit.
Rated is always like, at least in my opinion, for the most part, always so positive, bro. I love Rated, man.
You got Dr. Drake up in your stream, man. I
Who?
miss Dr. Drake.
Oh my! Hey, no one
Dr.
is a bigger
Drake.
Drake fan than me. All right, me and Drake go way back
Dr.
on another
Drake.
server.
Right.
Me and PB are
Right.
very good friends.
Oh, Peanut.
All right, here's the Francis point of view.
Look at this fucking bouncy shit.
What?
the fuck?
I would have lost my
mind. He fucking teleported. The ping was, he was complaining about the ping so bad.
Oh my
There you go.
God, that was terrible.
What?
Fucking
Oh, poor
Coil
Francis.
has the worst goddamn ping.
Coil
It is
300
so
ping.
bad.
God damn.
It is so bad.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
What?
Because you get what?
300 ping. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so bad for
baby,
him.
you know
during
how
this
we
entire
fucking
thing.
do it.
Every time he'd be in the white room, the big white room, he couldn't move, couldn't see shit. Oh fuck, I'm out of coffee.
What?
Goddamn.
Not out of coffee. Not the coffee.
Not the coffee, man.
You like fuck.
That's
Well,
crazy.
goddamn.
That ping is crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You had to see what he
300.
saw.
Like,
Oh, he
and I
lost.
thought 150 was high. Like, guys got double that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
All
roll
right.
with
Well,
like
yeah. So that was
160.
the Octopus games. Real quick, we'll just go around and just everyone kind of give your final thoughts about it. We'll start with you, Ori. What do you think? What do you think about it?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a great content level event. I feel that it it could have had more role play. That's probably the one thing I think was lacking in it. It was so focused on trying to get the content done, but it was like the first time they've ever done it. So they want to make sure that they got it. But I think there was some potential for some great scenes in there, especially in the in-betweens, and it became more about the game itself and less about the role play. And I think that's the only thing that was really missing for me watching it. But it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching it. I was really digging it, cheering on certain people, hoping they'd win. Sad that, we didn't have some like lesser known characters towards the end, unfortunately. So that was the only downside, I think, is that, and I didn't like the last fight, not because of the location, but because I think that doing a gunfight, I know it's GTA and everything like that, but like if I was in that final, I would have been screwed, period. Like I can't, I've got, I'm an older player. I've got multiple sclerosis. I can't do that kind of stuff in the game. I don't have the ability to do that. So as a result, it is what it is. So I'd be screwed. I wouldn't even have a chance if you bring it to gunfight mechanics. So I would love to have seen it been something more RP oriented or more thought provoking as opposed to just a giant gunfight. That's my personal thought, but I loved it overall. It was a great event. They put it together so quickly. Bravo to the devs. You guys did amazing. Great work.
What about you,
Evil?
The devs?
What about me?
Yeah,
I liked it. I had fun
Games?
watching it. I thought I had fun watching it. No, I mean it was definitely a good time. I was probably looking through 5 or 6 different people's point of views or whatever. That I really wanted a little guy to win it. Just because I wanted it to flow with the actual show, because I watched the show. It's some unknown little motherfucker that was broke as shit, getting ready to fucking kill himself over fucking the debt that he's in.
Yeah.
Like, I would have really liked to have seen somebody who was like $500,000, $600,000 in debt win it and come up good.
Dundee.
Once. Give somebody a fucking
Dundee
win.
would have been so cool.
Anna fucking hates Dundee with the fiery passion of hell, and even I was rooting for him to win just to get out of debt so the Bondies could be up good for once. Like, super up good. Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, I it was fun. It was entertaining to watch. Oh, I had a good time watching it.
Yeah. What do you think, Noel?
I kind of agree with, EvilShatner and Ori on this one. I wanted a little guy to win. It wasn't too much in-depth RP, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. I wasn't a part of it, but it was fun to watch. I think what I'm more excited about because of Squid Games is the possibilities of future events being at that level. And hell, season 2 of Squid Games, when it comes out next year, we know Octopus Games Part 2 or whatever the fuck we call it here. Well, it should be better. It should be better than this year's. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It should be the Cthulhu games.
Yeah, let's just. Oh yeah, there you go. Let's just hope. An underdog wins next time. Let's just hope an underdog wins. This is my opinion. I don't think. I think if you're a rich character, you shouldn't even be in the games. It should be broke characters because that's the point of it, right?
I think that it should have been exactly the way the show is. If you lost, if you got eliminated, you lose your fucking bank account. You lose all your shit. It should have been. It absolutely.
You wake up in the hospital.
Should have been that way.
Cleaned. You wake up in the hospital cleaned out. You don't have it. Oh wow.
Restart. Restart.
There's only one problem with that. There's only one problem. Then if scuff happens or like ping like that, and you get eliminated, oh dude, people are gonna be so salty over that shit. So,
yeah, but I mean, if it's a true elimination, which every single one of them was, because I was watching. I was waiting to see who was gonna cry about shit, right? So because that's just how I am. I was like, all right, well, whatever. I still think that you should have lost, at least half. Put it that way, at least half of what you have.
It definitely
maybe
makes it more
not
interesting.
all of it. Yes, exactly. It makes you want it more instead of just going through the motions of another fucking thing. Oh God, here's another $2 million to add on my already 5 that I have in there.
And like the thing is that you would if there was going to be consequences, whether it was permas or ICUs or wiping bank accounts or whatever, you would tell people before they accepted, and you would say, hey, if you want to be a part of this, there are consequences. Instead of everyone just saying, I accept, of course I accept because I'm never going to die. So why wouldn't I accept? by having some type of downside to joining, people might have actually turned down.
Thought about it.
Might have not joined. If you don't want to lose your money, don't join. It's that easy.
Yeah. See, and that's my entire thing is fucking accountability and consequences of actions. There needs to be accountability and consequence.
There was no gravity or suspense because there was nothing at stake.
Correct. So
I give you that.
I agree. 100%.
Honestly, I barely watched the event. I was sleeping during that time. It was way out of my time zone.
You've been sick too, right? You've been sick too, right?
Yeah, I've been sick. This week has just not been like. I usually don't watch too much like RP when I'm not on the server. I already like spend too much time on the server as it is. I don't want to overload on watching more. And yeah, man, I didn't watch the event, but from what I've seen, the devs and everyone that was involved, they really pulled it off, and it seemed to be really fun. And props to everyone that made it happen.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Then we'll jump right back into out of character news and whatever our main topic. Well, did we decide what our main topic is going to be this week? I'm so bad at this. I don't even.
Nope.
I think we mentioned it earlier, right before we started talking, before we started the actual podcast. Didn't we have a topic we were talking about? Me, you, and Cloudy and Cap. And you were like, save that for the podcast.
You know what? We'll talk. The X Games shit will be. How about that?
X Games. That's what it was.
CG movies.
Yeah,
Southside
we want to talk about Bubbles, the Trailer Park
yeah.
Boys moving into fucking Los Santos.
But all right, so yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. It'll be about 3 minutes long, maybe 4 minutes long, and then when we get back, we will hop right back into it.
Fresh cup of coffee.
Right, I'm gonna go piss in a bottle.
All right, I'll see you guys in just a bit.
I'm so jealous.
A strong hand.
It's so disgusting. That
All right,
mouth every
everybody,
time I see it.
welcome back to the Pixelcast. How was your break? Everyone have a good break? You ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
So up next is OOC news. As far,
Hello.
I mean, I haven't really been around in a minute, so I can't really say hello.
What we got? What we got in OOC news? What we got?
We got one part.
There's one
We got
thing.
one dot.
What's the
of
one? What's
news.
the one thing? What is it?
Marty from Gulag Gang got prio. Congrats to him.
Nice.
Good shit.
Congrats.
Good job.
Congrats.
Dude,
Good
there's
to
been
see.
so many people getting prio bumps. It's been great.
Good shit.
Yeah, I love
It's been
seeing it
terrible for my
people.
buddies that I haven't
Hashtag
gotten prio
cap
bumps.
for prio.
Oh, here we go
Hashtag cap
again.
for prio.
Cap for prio.
Cap
Hell yeah,
for
bro.
prio.
Bro, I know what's keeping you from getting proud, Cap. All right, I'm just gonna be 100% with you, bro. You ready? It's the hair, bro.
It's the hair.
It's
the hair.
the hair.
It's the
You know
hair,
what?
dude.
I should do. I should do a new hair arc for like a week and see if that changes.
Oh, bro,
anything.
if you get proud after you change your hair, bro, they trolling.
Bro,
They
bro,
trolling.
no one would know that it's Cap though if I change the hair. It's the hair and the jacket though. That's
yeah,
the thing.
that's true.
Well-
Well, you have to remember that in GTA, there's not really a lot of customization options. So, like,
Yeah,
like making yourself obvious that it's you is something that takes a really long time. Like, you need trademark items. Like for AA, I chose his specific glasses and his watch and his chain, and he wears those three things on literally every outfit that he has. Just as a way to kind of like easily identify himself no matter what outfit he's in.
Yeah, that's
And I
why I
feel
went
like-
with the bowler hats.
Yeah, a
Yep.
lot of people make the poor decision of completely changing their look every 2 seconds, and then like no one knows who the fuck you are until you talk, because you look, everyone looks the same in GTA. Really, there's not really a lot you can do to differentiate yourself. against your
Everybody's a
ped.
bunch of default Dans.
Yeah, so you're all the same height, you're all the same weight, you're all the like everyone's
You
like.
can
there's
tell
only-
a really new character to the server because they won't have eyebrows. You know what I'm saying?
Got
They'll be
holes in
wearing,
the
like
clothes.
Bobby.
they'll be wearing,
Yeah,
like
like
their
Bobby,
clothes do
yeah.
not match. You know what I'm saying? You just
Or they,
just fell
yeah,
out
they
of a
think
hamper,
that they're
you know what I'm
running
saying?
around shirtless and they've got that shitty fucking
Oh, yeah.
default t-shirt
the
on.
white t-shirt.
or you can tell they're new and you're like, put your hands up. Oh.
Yeah, it takes them a second.
Totally,
Yeah.
just like, it's happening, No
Yeah.
reaction at all. Oh. Gotta love it.
I don't know. I try to change
any-
mine up. I will completely burn everything in my closet like once a month just because I get tired of looking at the same shit over and over and over again. I can't
Well, that's
stand
why
it.
I have like 20
No.
something outfits. I have like a million of them.
I have to delete outfits now in order to add new outfits, and it just saddens me. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, I really
no.
like this one. Well, I guess I got to decide what needs to go. What haven't I worn in a while?
It's better than back in the day when we only
Rest
had
in peace,
9.
outfits.
You only had 9
must-
slots.
Yeah.
and
Must
that
be
was it.
nice, guys. Must be nice. All right, must be nice.
Yeah, I know. We were about to get Scotty, the ped character. Scotty,
Yeah,
the
that's
IT
the gift
guy
of
with
being a
one
ped.
shirt.
Pieces of shit. Must be
Yeah,
nice.
and an unlimited amount of shoes we can steal.
Yeah.
My
true, that's
shoes. My shoes.
Does anyone else know of any OOC related stuff that's kind of no pixel
I
adjacent?
mean, we could talk a little bit about like the announcements, maybe. Like there were announcements.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
is-
there
Oh, yeah,
you
there are
go.
announcements
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah. Let me pull that up. That is a great. Thank you for that suggestion. That is a
Yeah, it's like the
fantastic
first time we've
suggestion.
seen announcements in a while. So
Yes.
True.
Yeah, they've been slack-a-lacking on that fucking
Perfect.
shit,
No
man.
Pixel 3.5. They were
Yeah.
talking
What?
about
That's
that
it. That
last
too.
week.
That too.
Yeah, a big update coming up called No Pixel 3.5. It's not going to be like a wipe, but it's supposed to think of like, remember what happened in 2.0 when they wiped the economy and everything changed?
yeah,
I think
Yep.
that's kind of what they're getting at.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting. I don't know much about it though. There's a clip on it and he mentions it, but there's not much,
There's a clip?
Yeah, there's a clip. A wise guy, I believe, was talking about it.
just letting you know your Discord is visible on stream.
Yeah. I brought it up
Okay.
so we could all read it.
Cool,
together.
cool.
Bring up the DMs. Bring up the DMs.
They see the picture with the tutu that you sent me, bro. All right. The channel might get banned, bro.
So this was
Damn
the
it.
announcement. The No Pixel management team would like to take a moment to address a few issues that have been developing over time within the community. There's been an influx of casual OOC remarks being made in character within the server. We would like to remind players that they must stay in character at all times, regardless of the circumstances, including standing around, hanging with friends. Simply put, refrain from making OOC remarks in-game or there will be consequences. Again, reread the OOC rules starting today. They will be strictly enforced. Before we move on, what do you guys think about that statement there? What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it has gotten a little lax. I do agree.
Gotten really bad.
And trust me, even I participated and had like basically talks about stuff like
me and Mia Cloudy.
I mean, I'm not naming any
God,
in-game husbands that do the -1 room, but
just perma me already, man.
Well, I don't know. It makes me feel like they're like one of them has been watching the Dans.
Yeah.
They've been watching the Dans a lot.
Well, as I understand it, the admins
but that shit's funny as
actually
fuck,
do
though.
go around and will invisibly watch people.
Yep. Oh,
like through the
they
server
do.
just to check and see what they're at. So they may have come across people just talking out of game and just not giving a fuck, about like the server rules or whatever. And like I know they do that occasionally. So
oh yeah, they do. Yeah,
I've seen everybody doing that too. Like all the way from some of the biggest. Chain gang doing it for the laws all the way down to just, the casual player. Just casually talking about, they're just so bored out of their mind. They're just talking about shit that's, out of the city.
Yeah. Oh, you got somebody in your chat that says Mr. K said it's because they've been talking about benches in game. I don't know how that true is, but I have heard the word bench in game a few times. So, yeah.
Wait, what is it called? Wait. So wait. People aren't supposed to know about the benches in game, right?
Correct.
In character?
Yeah.
Wait,
anybody who doesn't own the benches aren't supposed to know.
You actually don't know about the benches?
I know about benches, but I know about the benches. But the thing is, in character, you're not supposed to know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Your characters are not supposed to know about it.
So people have been talking about it in character. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
we
have a bench at Hayes. Yeah, technically we have a bench at Hayes, but it's just to make car parts. So I mean, a lot of people understand,
those kind of benches.
Yes.
Okay.
A workbench. Sorry, bench is short for workbench.
Yeah, where you can create things. Your class 1s, your class 2s, your throwables, your fucking melee weapons, because the Lost have the melee bench. Where they have all of the sledgehammers and all that kind of shit. There's the lockpick bench. There's all of that shit. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, legitimately, I think the
that
only
motherfucker
most PCs should know about
Slim
are like
needs to wake his ass up and start using that fucking class 1 bench. I swear to God.
From my understanding, he handed that off.
Who did?
I don't know.
I heard Slim handed the class 1 bench off to Miguel.
Hand it off.
I thought he did.
Maybe he might have. That might have been a recent thing.
So technically, like the mixtape things are benches, right? The tape machines.
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Yes.
Sure,
yeah.
Benches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff that you need materials to be able to make your product.
Gotcha.
No,
So,
the mixtape thing actually isn't a bench. It doesn't have the same UI. Like all the workbenches. Oh yeah, all the workbenches on the server all have the same UI.
Yeah, true.
The mixtape thing you
should need materials.
Create
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool to make.
Yeah,
that's what we need is to make mixtapes even worse. Yeah, good idea, Cloud. Yeah, those two mixtapes that no one uses. Yeah, let's make them worse somehow. There you go.
Fuck it, man.
It was a good idea. It really
you can't even give them away for free.
No, you can't.
You would have had a costume.
The only way people will take mixtapes is if it comes with a goddamn Walkman. That's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because
nobody wants to spend $1,000 on a
goddamn Walkman that is gonna get robbed on them 10 minutes later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or I wish you made
it to where you can like stream the stuff, like, but you got to have the mixtape on you, like the Pixelify stuff. Like if you could stream the music, but you got to have the tape on you. That way, the tapes are still kind of pushed as an incentive.
But they will still take up fucking unnecessary spots.
Well, I mean, if you could stack them all in the same pocket, then it wouldn't be. If you could just have a stack of like 8,000 tapes and.
Yeah, that was always my issue, is that they never did stack.
Really quick, there's one more thing on this announcement.
There's shitload. We're literally on the first sentence. We're literally on the first sentence.
I didn't realize that. Oh God! All right, what's the next part?
We still got the whole. Yeah, there's tons more. So back to what the original discussion. We were talking about OOC discussion in character. I know that's something that's happened a lot, and some people were way worse about it than others. I'm really glad to see them bring it back up, because some people were just literally using the NoPixel server as a Discord call. Like, I mean, you're seeing a car with like 4 people sitting in the car and like 5 people in the trunk. So it's like, 8 or 9 people in a car, and they're literally just driving around in circles, doing nothing, talking about shit that has nothing to do with the server, completely OOC.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're literally using NoPixel as a glorified Discord server call. Like, and it's like I'm glad that they're actually cracking down on this a little bit, because I feel like you have to think about how many of those slots are people just standing around talking about shit that could go to people who actually want to like role play and stuff, right? So, with limited slots, you got to think about making sure that you're using your slot wisely, right?
Exactly.
For the people who can't always get in, if you literally just left the server, joined your Discord server, and had your conversation there so someone else could come in and take your slot, like, that'd be better for the server overall.
What's the next part?
So the next one, in regards to refusing medical RP, we would also like to clarify a few things. Criminals and LEOs that are downed can request a revive on scene to skip the hospital. However, this change is only to be used during long, drawn-out situations and big shootouts. For regular and small scenes, resume as normal with EMS and hospital transport. This should not apply to every situation, and you may not refuse to roleplay your injuries every time your character goes down. Abusing this will lead to punishments.
I like this change.
It's funny.
The only thing I don't like is it doesn't account for if a civilian gets downed as well. Because, like, for instance, like in that long drawn out hour and a half that I was downed at the very beginning, I laid there for an hour and a half waiting on medical attention. And even if this rule had been in effect, I couldn't request a revive.
It literally says criminals and LEOs. Like, why did they specify criminals and LEOs? That seems
because
I guess if you're a civilian, you're fucked.
Yeah,
those are the ones that like, like the other day, right? I was told that I need to go on a ride along. Okay, for certain things, right? Which I'm not gonna fucking say. So I went on a ride along with Bundy, okay, he's like my favorite cop in the game, Bundy, and this whole thing, this had already come out, the being downed thing and asking for a revive. It happened over and over and over again, and in the back of my head, I was like, what about this latest announcement? Like, this is not a long, drawn-out fucking scenario, and these people say, I refuse medical, I refuse medical, I refuse medical. And it's literally like a 3-minute interaction. Take the fucking medical, my God. Do the medical RP, you fucking lazy fuck. Like, you're pissed off because you fucking got caught robbing the fucking bank, and you got downed because your rat plan didn't fucking work out the way you wanted it to, so you're just gonna refuse medical and immediately just like try to slough off everything. That shouldn't be, me personally, that shouldn't be allowed, because I know how bored the fucking medical personnel can be.
I think that's the worst.
That's the reason why we fuck around at Heist so much, so that way we can make sure that the fucking guys get some RP and come and have some fun and have some laughs and make some money at the same time. Because if like half the motherfuckers at Heist, if they don't have any cash on them, I'll make sure that I toss $400 or $500 in cash at the EMT before they leave to make sure. It's like
EMS has it the worst. They have
the
worst
they
when
do.
it comes to RP.
They
People
absolutely do.
Yeah, people don't want to RP with them, and for them most of the time it's just the same shit over and over. Because people are just trying to rush through it, they're not trying to have fun with it.
Yeah, nobody takes their time.
My dollars per minute. My dollars per minute.
Yes.
I could be fishing right now.
Nah, it's all about the hunting, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fishing got nerfed, man. Fishing is dead.
Yeah, fuck fishing.
Yeah, hunting got a boost again, didn't it?
I don't think so.
At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I don't hunt.
Well, everyone switched to fishing and then it got nerfed. So now we're back to hunting again. Hunting as usual.
Did it get nerfed?
Oh, fishing got fucking decimated.
When did
man.
that
when did that happen? It's been
I don't know, like a week ago.
Like a week
ago. Yeah. Now, whenever you go to fish, like
fishing a few days ago.
Well,
And it was-
you're probably
Oh,
fishing
no.
with the dude in Polito, right? We're talking about fishing for the
Yeah.
illegal fish. Doing the
Yeah.
illegal fishing
Oh,
was where the
I
money's
don't.
at.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I
Yeah,
catch those things.
that
and then I
got fucking destroyed. Oh my god,
That got
Well,
destroyed. Yeah.
it got the it got an up though because I remember that it they were giving you 3 bands there for a minute.
Mhm.
I can tell
No,
you
they
why
they
did
still
it.
are.
I
They
can
still
tell you
are.
exactly
I
why
wanna
they
know.
did it.
Why?
Okay, so I've been in all the PD meetings, and they've been citing multiple instances where people would literally go sign
Box
in
trucks.
to the box truck area, take a box truck up, and then fish illegally.
Wow, who would
Yeah.
do?
Who would do that? Who would do that? But
Yeah.
I think that that nerf happened because of
Wait,
that.
wait, so you said
because-
multiple people were doing that?
Wow.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
We got to bring this up. We got to talk about it now. So a few weeks ago, like a month ago, we did that. We brought up 6 box trucks up there, and we were just gonna do it for funsies, right? And then
6 box
obviously
trucks.
some people had a problem with it, and I was like, let me call the mayor up, make sure this is okay. Hey, Abdul, let's say me and a few friends, brought box trucks up here to, fill them up with fish. Would that be a problem with the city? He's like, yeah, that's a problem with the city. You might want to just walk away from this situation. I was like, okay, thank you. I love you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
We
Supreme
literally
Leader.
walked away. We didn't take anything.
I walked up to him. I'm like, let's go. Let's fucking leave. And then it turns out there were cops taking pictures of the area and everything. I got a message from an admin later on saying, hey, thank you for, leaving that situation. I was like, thank you for not fucking striking me down.
Yeah. Thanks for not showing me what the Bahamas looks like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was on the
Bobby already
anniversary of my
knows.
last band too.
Yeah, he
You
already
played it
knows
smart.
how the Bahamas looks like at this point.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
I've
feel
gotten
like-
banned once every month for 3 months on the same week. Like clockwork. Every 30 days, once. Yeah. And this is the first month in those 3 months that I have not been banned. Thank you.
You
Third
see
time-
now.
third
You see
time
now.
charm.
I need my coin.
You
I need my
learned.
1 month coin. You know what I'm saying?
I believe in you.
Progress.
What I was going to say though is the PD meeting. They brought it up more than once, and it wasn't
Right.
just.
Well,
one
I'll tell you what,
incident. I
we-
think
yeah,
other
that
people
wasn't just
got the
us
same
then.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were not the only
Yeah.
ones, and it got brought up more than once.
Well, I mean,
that
it's a
this was
logical
reoccurring
conclusion to make,
situation with
right?
Rangers. Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
logical.
You
Like
can hold
my
the
my
most.
leap in logic was, I need to carry a lot of heavy things. Box truck, good at carrying heavy things. Use box truck to carry heavy things.
Yeah.
Boom, bada bing,
Yeah.
bada boom. The logic totally made sense in my mind. Like,
The whole
What if you
convoy.
steal? What if you steal one though? You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I think it's the same thing.
Then-
I think.
well, I mean,
it was
you
the
run a
same
larger
but you're
risk.
stealing it.
The admin
Yeah,
told
but
us
you
it
run a
had
larger
problem. It told me the problem specifically was min maxing. That would be considered min maxing.
exactly. It was.
And-
it wasn't
and-
the
Yeah. So that's the problem. I don't
Yeah.
think. We could have lockpicked the trucks and.
Well,
and still
everybody
filled them up.
min-maxed.
It would have been a problem.
Shit,
Everyone else
I'll be
everything.
min maxing on the daily, man. I'll be man. I'll be getting
Yeah.
a Sand King, 750 storage. Shit, I'll be like, hell yeah, man. That's
Yeah, but they
6
don't go.
dope.
Yeah, but you don't get 6 box trucks.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Bring them up there and
Well,
fill them up to the
Yeah,
brim.
true.
See,
Yeah.
I learned a while back that those semi trucks that run around without the big trailers on the back of them, they hold 2,000 fucking pounds, man.
really.
Yeah.
Without,
do.
yes,
Yeah, they do.
yes.
Holy
And I
shit.
made the mistake of telling one of my little weed guys, "Hey, listen, you want to be able to plant 200? You can, if you want. Go on up there to Polito and grab one of those semi trucks. They hold 2,000 pounds, my man. If you're willing to run that shit back and forth, you got 2,000.
Well, that's what
worth of
'cause,
storage."
like,
And that was
I'm-
months ago before anybody found out about it. Now all of a sudden everybody found out about it. And now everybody knows you can't do that no more.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
No, you
I-
can't do that anymore.
Okay, yeah, because me, so I run with like I don't know if you guys know who Chief is, but they are part of
Oh,
like
of
the
course, I
street
love
team, Changaloa,
Yep.
all that, and I run with them, and we used to always run box trucks and like box
Yeah.
trucks and semis, like big grow. We would have like 300 plant grows and stuff like that, and I mean we were obviously we were with like Rami and them doing those big grows and stuff like that, so.
They're still doing their big grows.
And they're still doing that. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm just like confused. Like
So what's the
Like,
difference
it's-
between doing that for illegal fish versus doing that for
yeah,
weed?
because I've
Is it
never
'cause it-
seen
that's like
I've
a
never
cartel
seen
Yeah.
versus,
anybody.
like- what do you think?
I don't
That's what I
know.
was thinking.
I'm still very confused by that rule. Like in my mind, the where we messed up the time that we went and did it was that we didn't lockpick the cars. We went to the Dodo delivery place and we got the cars
And we signed
through
in.
that job. That's where I feel like we fucked up. That's where I feel like we fucked up because just in my mind I was like, oh well, it's just an easy way to get the car, right? Like in retrospect, it was stupid of me to do that.
Yeah, you thought you were being five-head, but instead you're being Pepega fuck.
Yeah.
And we were trying to be funny, you know? Like, it was just funny to roll up with 6 fucking box trucks in the fishing area. Everybody looking at us like,
because it looks.
We're like, yeah, we about to get paid, son. You know?
We were so happy.
We were just having fun.
The whole fishing place, it froze. They froze when we pulled up. They turned around and stared at us, just pulling up, just one by
They were
one.
like, what the hell is going on? They were like,
what the fuck?
They would be like, there was like 4 of us, and then there was like another one pulling up, and there was like, there's more? Like, what is going on here? Like,
yeah.
Oh.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the difference is between the 2 groups doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is one is a cartel, one's like one guy fishing.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Right.
like, that's the difference.
Oh,
True.
you got to fix the.
No, you're good.
I know.
Nah, my
okay.
Everything just shut down for like no reason. I don't know what's going on here.
But yeah, so that's one thing I'm still a little bit confused on is so if the problem wasn't us getting those trucks from the Dodo delivery, but just the act of box truck fishing in and of itself is the real rule break. I'm curious as to where the line is because we know that doing it in a Sand King is okay. Doing it in a 15,000 pound or 1,500 pound box truck, not okay. So is that the line then? Sand King good? Anything bigger than Sand King not good? Or and like why isn't that in the rules? Like I'm still kind of confused on.
I agree. There needs to be some more clarification of things, which is one of the things that I'm actually have been working on with some admins and devs on the back end out of game. So
a little bit more clarification is always good. It's always better.
Yes, exactly. People want to know exactly what it is. Nobody wants to log in and say you've been and see that thing. You've been banned for some dumb shit that they literally had no idea that they weren't allowed to do because it's not listed anywhere.
Those are the worst kind of bans when you get banned for something and you sincerely didn't mean to. Like you didn't
exactly.
You didn't do it on purpose.
Thinking that you're fucking 5-head shit. Oh god, I figured this shit out. I'm gonna and then all of a sudden they wake up and like, bye. Well, bye. It's like, oh my god, that fucking sucks. See, because I fear that every day. It's like, because I got golden ticket prio, right? And I fucked up a whole group of motherfuckers for that prio, right?
Must be nice, bro.
I fucked up the Clean Boys, fucking Sam Bass, fucking, Pegasus. I mean, it was like a whole little group, and I fucked them up real bad. And, but I am terrified of losing my prio. I do not, like, it's to the point where it's like, I've had conversations with Ari about this too. It's like, I don't watch people's VODs. I don't watch clips. I don't watch streams. I don't hang out in people's streams unless I'm rating them or just coming in saying, hi, how you doing, chucking a follow, and I get the fuck out.
You don't want to accidentally meta,
fuck
right?
out. Exactly. I don't want to fucking Pepega meta and find out that, and end up like
so easy to
fucking
do.
Peanut. It is.
Yeah, like exactly. Like it's so easy to see a clip and just assume that that's knowledge that you learned somewhere along the way.
Yeah, no,
and then you go and you say that on the server, and suddenly it's a big deal, and it's like you never intended for it to be wrong, but like now you're permabanned and your appeal gets denied.
For
like
Pepega shit. Yeah. And that's why I just don't. I mean, and I understand that it causes me to have a lot of, like out of character, like alienation because I just don't hang out in people's streams. I don't talk to them. I don't, and people feel a certain way about those of us who just don't hang out in streams and talk and chat and shit like that. But, I don't want to get caught up in that shit. I don't want, because I know way too many people who literally just, it's blatant fucking meta use. Yeah. And it drives me crazy because it is so rampant in the game. with multiple factions of people. It's like I see it all the time. It's like, you know what? I know exactly where you got that information from, and you shouldn't have that fucking information. So I'm going to avoid you like you have the fucking Black Plague and a goddamn horn coming out your fucking forehead. Fuck away from me. Right? And I will literally avoid you. I will go out of my way to avoid you in game because I don't want to get caught up in your fucking shit.
Yeah. And the thing that really sucks is secondhand meta. That's the worst because when someone metas,
don't know,
and they start spreading that information around, and then someone hears it organically on the server. Now that person is technically spreading meta, but they don't even know. Like if I go and watch a stream, and then I log into the server and I tell Bobby Beats like, hey, did you know that Speedy has a workbench? Like, and then he goes and he like tells someone else. It's like now all of a sudden that info is out there to all types of people.
You can't retcon
organically,
that kind of
exactly.
But it's like it started due to meta, and that type of stuff. I mean, that's kind of like the Clean Boy name, right? Like that supposedly that name has never been used in the server at all, but everyone refers to them by that name because they've heard other people refer to them by that name.
Yeah,
so it's like
it
kind of like a secondhand
clean manner either. They basically just fucking accepted it and wrapped themselves around it. Having clean manner. So I mean, there's that.
Cloudy, you're gonna say something. You're gonna add something to that.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I don't remember, man. I got goldfish brain.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what was the next topic? What was the last topic? Are we on the last topic?
We really don't.
No.
I've been too busy. I didn't come up with a main. I didn't come up with it. This was kind of
we're still on the
we're still on the fucking announcements.
We're still on the announcements.
Yeah, we keep going off on shit.
All right. What's the next part of the announcements?
We have also noticed an influx of RDM on the server. If you are planning to attack someone, you must initiate that attack. Being at war with another group of players does not trump the server rules. They must be abided at all times. This applies to both LEOs and civilians. Roleplay out your conflict and give the other party something to go off of. Failure to do so will be met with consequences. This is a huge one for me. You all know this is something that I have bitched and preached about forever. I fucking hate on-site shooting, period. I hate it.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
Active war or not, I think it sucks. It's anti-RP. It's literally the opposite of RP. And I hate it.
Cock blocking RP.
I am so glad that they have explicitly stated war does not mean you cannot initiate. You must initiate always, even at war. I am so glad that got like kind of explicitly stated.
I agree with that.
That was
it definitely is anti-RP.
Big pet peeve of mine.
If you're gonna roll up on somebody, even if you give them a fucking call and you're like, "We're fucking coming," like that.
Exactly. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. It's like, oh, now they're gonna be on the roofs. They're gonna be lock and loaded. Like, as opposed to just on the corner fucking selling some weed and then they get blasted from across the fucking road.
Yeah, and they have no idea who it was that did it. It could have been literally anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
They're sitting there like, okay, well, who did this? Which it causes fucking all kinds of weird shit to start happening in your brain, right? Which just causes toxicity and animosity and more fucking problems that end up, out of game. Because that's one of the reasons why I just don't pay attention to fucking Twitter either. I don't get fucking garbage shit.
The only person I would RDM is Bobby. Yeah, guy sucks, man.
Wait.
I will RDM the fuck out of Pez every time I see him. Only because
one thing we need to. There's one thing we need to add. I don't know. Maybe it's on that list, but I've been seeing a lot of VDM lately.
Yes.
A lot of VDM has been really bad.
Why? I don't understand why it's so big.
I don't know why. I've been seeing it. And I'm not talking about like accidental, like, oh, he's in a car chase, he hits you because okay. No, I'm talking about like I'm gonna run your ass over, laugh, and take off.
Does someone have the clip of Carter getting run over by Jordan Steele? Like that was literally the most blatant VDM case I've ever seen.
When was it?
It was a couple weeks ago at this point. It was back when Penta
it was right.
It
was.
I'm a huge Penta fan, but
it was before the vacation.
Yeah, I mean that
was Carter here or just Penta?
I think it was.
I think they both might have been.
I think Snowball.
I saw it from Penta's point of view. Well, I don't know if anyone else was streaming.
Yeah, that was.
I agree
I mean,
with
it
your
was just-
mini mart guy in here. It's because it's the never not funny mentality that's currently
That's
going
true.
around.
That's the meme.
There is
That's the meme going on.
always shit that is
Yeah.
not funny.
That's the meme going around. It's like, oh, VDM is never not funny. You know, literally, I actually heard someone VDM and then say that as they drove off, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm just waiting for him to like, get. It wasn't you, Cloudy. Don't.
I mean, I cite that I've done VDM once,
Yeah,
but I did
pretty
15
sure I've done
minutes
that.
of role play leading up to it. Like
Yeah,
when,
there you go.
for those who know my character has dissociative identity disorder, and one of the first appearances of one of my alters was after a huge Mike Block scene where he threatened my best friend, threatened me, and so I had this alter come out, and then I literally spent the last 15 minutes before Tsunami stalking and trying to find Mike Block. And I finally found him alone on a bicycle driving up the road, and I just VDM'd him right there. But it made sense for the story.
Yeah.
And I was telling a story specifically to it that she, but I realized after I did, I was like, I should have at least called and warned or something like that. Even
there
though,
you go.
like,
You got the tow
there was
truck
the
picture.
implicit stuff going on. Yeah.
The tow truck clip right there.
Yeah.
Truck.
Did you find
Watch
it?
this real quick.
Yeah. The chat posted it.
Yeah, they got it.
I just now saw it. Yeah, I just now saw it. Day in the Life is what it's titled on. Watch it.
Little does he know, it's him who's going to have the bad day.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
He mows down like 5 people.
Oh no! I never seen the clip. I didn't know it was that bad.
That is.
Yeah, it was.
That is
really
not good. Oh my god.
Holy Jesus.
He has just for context, this car on the back of the tow truck is Carter's. Like
It's Carter's
signature
car.
Sultan.
Yeah.
It was his signature car on the back of the tow truck, his Sultan. And they had parked it at the back of Dean's World where everyone always parks.
It's rough. I mean,
Jesus.
it's rough time. Like,
Oh goddamn! All right.
yeah, well,
that happened.
that happened. Well,
Yeah.
show me a soda.
All right.
Show me a soda, man.
God
Hey, you
damn.
know what, man?
Next part of the announcement.
Yep.
Yep.
Next part.
Yep. All right. We will also be taking a look at some of the existing laws within the city to ensure that they are more in tune with the current state of the economy.
Yes.
What
So what kind of
law
laws do you
was that
think
in
need,
regards
like,
to?
tuning?
They changed the
A
law.
lot of them.
Hold on, let me look.
Cultivation, but the cultivation one is straight fucked. I've already seen massive abuse of arresting motherfuckers just for being near a goddamn pot, a pot plant right now.
So
It
right
is
after
already
this,
because
I assume this law right here is the one that he's referring
cultivation.
to.
Yeah.
It says Law Amendment Edition. Cultivation of marijuana, 25 months, 1875. Any person or persons found in the constructive possession of any quantity of unprocessed wet cannabis, or individual is found to be in constructive possession of any quantity of bud producing cannabis plants, any quantity of bud producing cannabis plants. Any individual who is observed in the vicinity of growing plants constitutes probable cause that an individual is in constructive possession. So that means if you're near a plant, you are automatically guilty.
You are, yep.
You are
It
for
gives
possession
them
of those
probable
plants.
cause to fucking to run
So
your
for those of
pocket.
you who haven't gone through Police Academy on a server before, probable cause means it is the thing you need to arrest someone. So by him saying you being in the vicinity of plants means that you have probable cause. That means you can be arrested for being in the vicinity of growing plants. And that you have constructive possession, which means that essentially the items are in a place where you perceivably could possess them.
Could
Like
get them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you may not
basically
have that
this-
in your pockets, but you're gonna. It's basically the preemptive. You're gonna have these in your pockets because you're near it. So we're just gonna keep you from getting them now, and it's become a fucking problem already, man.
Yeah, so this law
We've
basically
lost too many people to the nines because of the weed shit with our crew, man.
Yes.
We've lost about 5
Yeah.
people in the past month, and they still haven't
and
been
this is a-
released.
This is already started to get simple fucking civ, no record having motherfuckers put up in fucking jail for cultivation because they're out there metal detecting and they just happen to be in the vicinity of a fucking grow.
It happens
where cops are watching.
Oh my god!
It's already happening, my man.
Oh no!
It's already happening, and it is fucking terrible. Like these nines things, I hate it. I fucking hate that it is so easy to get a fucking hut charge. It should be a little bit more fucking difficult than what it is. You know, just because, you know, there are players that have literally been life wiped on the server. It's basically like a soft ban because there's a couple of DOC guys at Bolingbrook that are why don't you go visit with a cousin or something instead of like, you know, RPing out their time in the prison, which, you know, you literally can have a really good time. My idiot buddy fucking can't because there he is, and he literally had so much fun in fucking prison. He didn't even want to leave. He didn't want to fucking leave. You know?
I love the lifers, man. There's a lot of good lifers.
They're fucking great, dude. But yeah, it's just too easy for them to get hut charges. I had 11 hut charges in 4 days.
Oh my god.
Just mine.
What?
Just my people.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Terrible,
so
man.
all of these charges are based on this new law then?
No, those are all of the old ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was all the old ones. It's like, because I quit taking huts because it's like not even worth it because they're lying. I mean, there are literal lies on some of these fucking, you know, search warrants and shit that I have. I'm trying to find a way to be able to fight to where anybody who gets caught up on fucking drugs or guns, because there have been people put in on 9s for gun trafficking, that the law states that you need to have 6 guns at one time. Not 6 guns, not getting caught with 6 guns over the course of the last 60 days. The law literally states 6 guns at one time. And right now, you know, people are getting caught up, you know, when they get their 6 gun-related charge, like caught in the possession of a class 2 or whatever, they're fucking clinking the ass up and raiding everything. And now they're on the seizure thing. Like, they want to take your cars and your houses and your fucking everything. They're on the whole fucking seizure thing. It's like literally life wiping people. And it's causing people to absolutely... I know of 2 people now that have got caught up in that shit who have literally uninstalled GTA, uninstalled 5M, don't want to have anything to fucking do with it anymore. Because they literally got life wiped over some dumbass fucking bullshit that started over a traffic violation or 1 seed in their pocket. And there's literally nothing you can do to fucking help them.
It should never go that far over a traffic stop. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it should be like a build. Like for instance, when BSK got raided, it was like months of build up leading up to BSK getting raided and up to OTT getting 9s. Right? That was the right way to do it. I think.
I thought it was more entertaining that way too. To be honest,
it is because it creates more RP when you actually build up to the 9s, right?
Yeah.
What's this last part?
And that being said, if that's how it's done, I have no problem with seizures. I think houses getting seized, warehouses getting seized, cars getting seized.
I don't either. Yeah.
If the investigation was done properly, there's no corruption, etc. I think that stuff is fine. But where I have a problem,
it kind of adds to that. It kind of adds to what.
Yeah.
If it's done the right way, right?
I'm talking more about corruption. Like, my problem is that there are a lot of cops right now who are doing things like lying on police reports. And that is something that I don't like at all. Are
they allowed to do that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. I mean, they'll all tell you cops are allowed to lie. They are. Yeah. But there should be a certain limit to what you're allowed to do.
I mean,
again,
correct me if I'm wrong, but is there or is there not a rule that specifically states that cops cannot be corrupt? Is that still a thing? I know it was.
I've heard of it, but I've heard, but I've never
seen it. I've never physically seen it.
Because if a cop is lying on a report, that is corruption, right? That's not.
Yeah, they're lying. Yeah. I have stacks of raid warrants that have gone to get signed by judges that have complete false, fucked up, made up shit on it just to be able to get over that hump of being able to go and raid somebody that, they know or they think has a bunch of shit.
So you
right?
could go about it. You could go about it in like the RP way though, right? And like if you find out that the cop was lying or whatever, just I don't know.
Yeah, like you have to remember that
that
cops have special protections,
They do.
especially in a mechanical sense on a role play server.
Yeah.
Cops are
They do.
almost in kind of more of an admin role in the sense that they kind of are the arbiters of what can and can't be done around them. So whenever you have someone in a position of mechanical power over you in an out of character sense, being able to basically break the rules in order to screw you over, even when you don't deserve it, that I don't think is fun or fair. Like imagine the guy who gets his car wiped. Let's say he gets his car seized, he gets his house seized, et cetera, because there was a lie on a police report. And that guy didn't deserve any of that stuff. There was no big investigation that led to it. It was just a lie.
Yeah.
And then
there's a lot of people that ended up that way, man. A lot.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
The consequences for the cops when they're caught like in corruption, there should be real consequences for the cops. Like there's consequences for a crim.
Because you have to look at the. I disagree that that's the way to solve this.
You should be. If you choose the RP as a corrupt cop, there should be consequences for that. Whether it's you getting demoted, whether it's you like being suspended for a couple weeks from the force.
I think corruption should not be allowed. Period. I think that consequences is
There's always going to be dirty cops, no matter what.
I think that the idea of like, oh well, they should just get in trouble for it is like it's a great like like idea. Like in a perfect world, that would be cool, but that's never going to happen.
Well, the thing is, I don't mind corrupted cops. I don't mind corrupted cops if you can actually do something about corrupted cops.
Yes.
Versus
exactly. there's no counterplay.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
If there's something,
that's always how it's going to devolve, right? Because the thing is that when they're using their corruption, they're able to apply it in places where there is no counterplay. They're not doing it in places where you can call them out. If they're gonna like, it's not like they're doing it in front of people that you could be like, hey, this is corrupt. Like they're gonna be doing it in the right way where there is no counterplay.
That's not the right way at all. So they need to be, if they're going to play a corrupt cop, they need to play it the way to where if they get caught, they need to have some kind of consequences happen to them, because the way that they're going about it, they're going about it right now to where they're like basically, fuck you, you can't do it because I'm a cop and I'm allowed to do this. That's not the way that it should be. Period. End of story. If you fuck up and you were going out of your way, there are cops like, okay, early on, fucking Bass fucking handed me a shit ton of fucking dirty money to go clean for him. Okay. Hey, fucking Randy Wrangler was literally planting fucking stolen oxy all over the fucking rooster to try to create the fucking reasonable suspicion and probable cause.
There should be consequences when
there should
be
be fucking
caught,
consequences
100%.
for that kind of behavior.
And it creates
because
RP.
That's bullshit. It does.
Like imagine this. Imagine this shit. They actually get caught. They actually get charged. Imagine the city loses faith in their police department, protesting in front of the PD. Like all the RP that could come from this. A mayor for the people. Fucking Anna Swallows is like, the police department's corrupt. All the RP that comes from, all the RP that's missing because corrupt cops don't get punished for their shit.
Exactly.
Like, it's just you got to think about it in RP sense.
Yeah, because like last week, whatever, when I was talking to Tessa and YOLO down in the cells, right? Tessa straight up asked me, if you become mayor, what are you going to do to hurt the cops? And I said, nothing. I don't want to hurt them. I want to make sure that they are, when they fuck up, that they are able to be retrained, that they know exactly what it is they're allowed and what they're not allowed to fucking do. I want to make sure that they have the days off that they need to stop being fucking aggro pieces of shit on everybody. Just because they're having a bad day, they're going to take it out on some poor bastard at a stoplight and make it to where they have a fucking felony fucking charge on him just because they're having a bad day and that guy ain't got no goddamn record on him. Like Bundy did the same shit. Fucking same. Occam's did the same shit to some poor kid the other day when I was running around in the car with him. Say, look, this guy's got a clean record. I'm gonna give him something just so I can make it a fucking profile for him. Yeah, just make him a fucking profile. You ain't gotta give him. You ain't gotta put some shit.
Oh, are you
on
good?
Their fucking. Well, but there needs to be some fucking consequence. Oh, she is like.
You saw that, right?
You okay?
Yeah, no, she's good now.
Yeah,
She's
right.
good now. She's good now.
Okay.
Hey, really quick.
Wow.
I actually want to hear her opinion on this too. Like, what do you think in regards to the cops, corrupt cops? Do you think they should get RP consequences, or just there should be a hard rule of no corrupt cops? What do you think?
I think it depends on what's going to suit the server best. I think no corrupt cops is probably the easiest way to play it. Is just straight out like, if you know the truth, you have to tell it. Like, because the thing about the server we need to be able to do, which I think a lot of people forget, is we are not. This isn't about taking W's or L's. We are telling a collective story as a group of individuals. And
100%.
I think a lot of people forget how important that is while they're in the midst of, maybe winning or losing or getting involved. And like, I know the cops take a lot of L's. So like, maybe they want to try to get a W this time, but it's not about that. It's about the story. Sometimes the story is you're going to lose. Sometimes the story is no matter what you do, it's going to suck. But sometimes the story is you're going to get the win, or you're going to help someone else get the win by taking the L. And we all have to remember that more than anything else. And I think when it comes to cop corruption, the easiest method is to simply focus on making sure that cops just can't be corrupt, period. Like if they make a mistake out of game, that happens. That's just how it goes. You don't always remember everything. You can't like look back at a VOD to remind yourself of something.
So you're with AA on this, that this should just be a hard rule.
Yeah. I think there should be a hard rule, no cop corruption.
See, this is the
that
thing,
makes
then.
it easier because, like, if we allow cop corruption, then we get way too many issues with then having to trust the DOJ players and stuff like that, and it just complicates and snowballs.
But this is the thing: if you make a
there's
hard rule
very
like that,
few other lawyers in the game
there's
that I trust to do anything properly.
If we made a hard rule like that, if there was a hard rule and stated like that, there'd be no pred.
No. Here, I knew I was waiting for
pred.
somebody to fucking bring up pred. I was waiting.
There'd be
waiting.
no pred.
Okay. Because let me tell you something about fucking the way Kyle plays Pred. Okay. Pred, Kyle plays within the rules 100% of the time. He is within the rules 100% of the time. And the reason why he plays Kyle the way that he plays him, because it all came to a fucking head the other day with Tony fucking Andrews. He's making examples of the fucking problems that we have within the police department. He is like the perfect top level person because he does not give a fuck about his position as sheriff. He is calling out everybody else's fucking bullshit. And I applaud him for that because it's not easy. Okay. Like, did you guys see the shit that he did to fucking Tony Andrews the other day?
No, what happened?
Oh my God, dude.
That was great. That was a great scene.
It was
he
fucking
basically
great.
He basically threw him on suspension for 24 hours.
Yes.
After Andrews
And he-
pulled some shit, and
yeah,
he has no
and he-
problem doing that.
Yeah, he flat out fucking told Andrews, "You are the reason why we have all of these problems. You are the prime
Does someone have
example
a
of
clip?
what is wrong with the fucking police department."
I want to
Does
ask.
someone have a
out
clip of
said-
that? I really want to watch a clip of that.
Chad, find a clip of that really quick. See, that probably created RP, didn't it? For Andrews
Yes.
and for the rest of the department, because now they're like, oh shit.
Well,
You
it
know?
also created the great RP of the ride along with Trooper Andrews riding along with.
See, that's an
Craig.
example of what me and Evil
Yeah.
were talking about. It's like consequences for cops, but you gotta have some cops that are willing to, go against their own kind to put their foot down. And be like, hey, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It creates RP.
That's why
But-
Anna and Pred have such a special relationship in the game. While they should be mortal fucking enemies for the way that he behaves, he behaves that way to try to root out all of the other motherfuckers who are just willing to willy-nilly just do it on a whim, right? He specifically behaves that way so that way he knows exactly which ones are bad. So that way he can dole out those stupid, ridiculous punishments. Because I can tell you what, not a single one of these cops wants to go and do like the shit that happened to fucking Ripley standing in front of the bank for 3 fucking days. Ripley fucked up. He got caught. And that was his punishment. And he doesn't do the shit anymore. right?
RP.
Those are the types
RP
of consequences that those are the types of consequences that I'm talking about. I'm not taking your badge. There's literally only one cop in game that I ever wanted to take the fucking badge. But it's shit like that.
It's harder to do. It is harder to do, but I think that's the best way to do it, just for the RP reasons, like that, strictly because of that.
Yeah, Andrew's punishment was going to be fucking patrol. He was going to be guard duty in front of fucking block towers for the last hour of the night during the shitstorm. And he refused. He fucking refused to go and do it. I didn't do anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you did, though, motherfucker. You did. You're just unwilling to fucking take your punishment. And now you're suspended. And you're being treated like a fucking redheaded stepchild. And this shit was funny, and it made for great fucking RP.
And that's the way.
But that's the thing. Take your fucking punishment and learn from it. It's not a loss. It's not an L. It's an L, but it's a learning lesson. It's not a loss.
Every L, every W is just an opportunity for RP. That's all it is.
So let me bring this up in, because I think that this would actually kind of bridge me and your opinion on this pretty well. The type of corruption that I'm specifically really against is the really small, minor, hard to catch, impossible to notice type of corruption. Like lying on a report and saying, oh, there was 6 plants instead of 5 because 6 is the magic number where you get the 9s or whatever. Like, saying that someone had red eyes and smelled like weed when they didn't. Because I fucking hate that. You know that if they have red eyes and smell like weed, that you can arrest them for a DUI. Those are the type of corruption things. Like the type of corruption that I'm totally for is like Sam Bass waterboarding Meow Fury and, in the fucking thing. Like that stuff's great. It's like good role play. It's a big moment that's going to absolutely have consequences. Those consequences, can come afterwards, but it's an action that's big enough to be caught, right? But when you have these little tiny corruption things here and there that are just so small and so tiny, no one's going to catch them. They're going to slip through the cracks. It fucks people over super hard. They're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're losing days, weeks on these HUT charges in jail. Major consequences because, a cop is able to do a little tiny white lie on a report. That's the type of corruption I think I'm not down with at all.
That is not okay. And that happens a lot. And like 3 weeks ago, I had a cop approach me when I was leaving a cell rep out of MRPD. He literally told me, it's like, I really like what you're trying to do here because I see some shit, and because I'm a cadet, I can't say anything because he'll lose his job, right? Everybody's afraid to stand up to anybody else, especially higher ups, because they're afraid they're going to get striked and lose their fucking badge, right? So, but he said that like half of the police force is fucking terrified of Anna coming down there and double checking their shit, because I have gotten so many people off of fucking charges that didn't need to be, because I would force them to fucking look at the actual evidence of what they have. Because that 6 plant, that them having 5 plants and not 6 happens more than you fucking think it does. People, other cops taking the word of cops that are on scene saying that, yeah, this guy shot at me when the guy never fucking did. And they're trying to charge him with 5, 6, 7, 8 counts of fucking, attempted murder of an LEO. Motherfucker got no GSR. Yeah, you're going to get him on the illegal class 1 he's got in his hand, but there's no fucking casings on the scene. He never shot anything, and you're trying to fucking get him with 8 counts of attempted murder, right? This is the kind of shit, and fucking cops hate that when I fucking do it, which is why there's so much screaming and hollering and animosity down in the fucking cells, because they're just straight fucked when it comes to that kind of stuff. And they do it all day long. And there's only 2 lawyers, myself and one other person, who will literally tell them, go fuck yourself. Look in the goddamn evidence again.
I'm curious. Murphy Braun.
Murphy Braun.
I love
We're the only ones that will literally tell them, go get fucked and look in this shit again, because this is not right. Say, well, he's a criminal. You can't fucking rely on what he's saying. Oh, you're a fucking cop that just literally lied to get fucking charges put on her. I can't trust you either, you cunt. What the fuck? It's like
the evidence is all that matters.
Yeah. You gotta live in hard evidence and facts,
And that's why I'm in favor of a anti-corruption rule, is that it resets the baseline of truth back to reality of fact.
Yeah.
To where when someone
Reality
says
is
person, this person had X on them, you can look at that police statement and be like, I know for sure that this guy had this on him. And that is just mechanically speaking, that is a factual statement about the situation and not a corrupt lie that this person has told to get the dude in more trouble.
Let's ask chat. I'm curious. Let's ask chat right now. Let's just chat in favor of a hard line rule of no corruption. All right. Or in favor of RP it out consequences for cops. You could do a poll. You know how to do a poll in your chat?
Yeah, we can do a poll.
Honestly,
I'm just curious. Include the chat on this question. And with that, I think really quick, Cap and Cloudy, you guys want to
start doing that? That's a good idea. We should start adding this, just asking chat. You know how we have questions for everybody.
Yeah, I want to start including chat a little bit more.
Cavio, the server does have an internal affairs department, but it's a cop. It's a cop. You cannot have the police policing police. It does not fucking work.
Yeah, it's biased.
Yeah, that's true.
It does not work.
So dope to actually have.
The thing is, you have to make sure that whoever that is
not
one
biased.
of those players who's willing. Like you put Pred as the IA guy, for instance.
Oh,
one of those
that's what his
kind of
plans
players
are.
who's willing to stand against everyone else, for instance.
100%.
That's what his plans are.
Because
We're not
the
going to anymore.
We're
All right,
not
go vote.
real
Go
life
vote.
people. We're not.
I'm not gonna vote. I want to see chat vote on this.
Because the thing is that all of us are just playing characters. So we have no real dog in the game. So you just have to make sure it's a player who's willing to play that out. And then you're fine. Because it's not like a real life situation, cops policing cops, whatever.
Yeah.
That's real life. Real life, we know you can't do that. But in a game situation, you're just trusting the players to do it. So as long as they're willing to do it and do it well without basically going, well, I'm not going to turn on the cop gang. What's the point of that then? Why are you playing IA?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You
gotta play that role properly.
Yeah.
I think that even if there was a corruption rule, though, I would definitely still be 100% on board with people getting whitelisted to do corrupt actions. Like, hey,
100%.
I want, even though I know there's a no corruption rule, I still want to be corrupt in this way. Am I cool to do that? And someone says, no, that's a little too powerful. There's no counterplay. No. Or, yeah, that sounds like it'd lead to some great RP. Do it. Like Andrew shooting X into cells with a Uzi, right? Like that's one of those corruption things where it's like, that's totally cool. Even if there is a corruption rule, I would still be totally cool with that because one,
maybe
it's a big
corruption
dumb.
should be something where you get it greenlit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Maybe.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I mean,
That's what I'm advocating for. Not that no corruption ever should
I think
be
that
allowed.
would be fine. I think that would be
I'm
fine.
all for corruption being allowed within the police department. Absolutely, 100%. If you want to fucking start stealing shit
it
from
needs
the
to be
evidence,
rare and specific.
Yeah.
It needs to be very, very specific. It can't be widespread. It can't be just a fucking farm W's for content. There has to be very specific purpose behind what it is you're doing.
Yep.
But on the same thing, if you get caught, like if another cop catches you or a fucking lawyer catches you or a reporter or some shit like that, and there is hard fucking evidence, like physical evidence in game that you're doing this shit, you get fucking slapped. Hard.
All right, who won this poll?
You get slapped.
Corruption rule. Corruption rule.
Made it
won.
super short though.
They want the hard line. They want that hard line. Interesting.
Yeah. It barely won though. It was 52 to 48, so it was pretty.
It was pretty close. All right, so what we got next? The last topic, X Games, right?
The last topic is X Games. Can someone who knows what this is give us a rundown from top to bottom?
Well, Bobby is in GSF. So
so am I, but I've never even heard of it.
So Mr. K sent out. He twatted out. He twatted out a little image, a little poster.
So this all started with a tweet.
Yeah, and it's a little ad. It's like collect one of each chain, a Mandem chain, a GSF chain, a Vagos chain, and a Chain Gang chain, with a picture of you killing X, and then you get $1 million if you bring it to Mr. K. And the entire city went insane that night, Friday night. It was it was just it was a war.
Last night was insane too.
Oh yeah, well every night until tomorrow. It's going until tomorrow, so it's gonna be X Games until tomorrow. Until tonight. I guess tonight's tsunami, whatever, right? Yeah. So that's what it is. So everybody's shooting everybody for chains. GSF just last night I was live and we got into a gunfight with Chain Gang and they're looking for chains. They're trying to get chains. Dex, we're rolling with Dex. Dex is looking for chains now.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Oh no, it's all good. So that's what it is. That's what X Games is. It's a little event. I think I heard It was Coil's idea. I think Coil and Mr. K came together and did it. Now, this is the thing I think we need to touch on here, okay? Because I heard that it was like a lot of people were actually shitting on the idea, and then there's a lot of people that think it's a fun idea and just roll with it. So I guess the conversation here for the chat and for you guys here, and is what side are you on? Are you cool with this event that's obviously a little NVL, right? It's a little NVL because if you wear your chain, you know you're gonna get shot, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be constantly shooting each other. Or are you against the event? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? You're with it, you're against it, and for what reasons?
I could actually go a bit on here first. I'm a bit 50-50 on this, right? Because first of all, as a chain wearing character, it doesn't really affect me, right?
Yeah.
But I saw it happen right before me. It was Chico's birthday.
His birthday party?
Yeah, at his birthday party, and Wicked was wearing his Mandem chain, down in the barrio.
Oh no!
And you remember the girl that was like crawling around?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was talking to Wicked, and they were just chatting. And she said, "Oh, you want to go look at the sunset around the corner with me?" And Wicked was like, "Yeah, let's all go together and watch it," and you and me, Bobby, we were like, "Nah, that's weird, bro. You go ahead and go do your own thing." And then he comes back with his chain and starts screaming in the barrio, whips out his Uzi. He's like, "Who's gonna die now?" Like he went crazy. For the rest of the day, he was like looking for Vagos members. He said he was gonna pick them off one by one until he would get his chain back.
Gosh.
He went on demon time.
So you're cool with it because you don't have a chain. Okay.
Well, I'm 50-50 with it. It feels like it can create.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Cloud? Cloud, what do you think?
I kind of agree with the chat a little bit. I wish they did push and. Oh, you're good. You're good. I wish they kind of gave at least a little bit of a heads up to the people in the gangs actually participating in the RP, because some people might not even be comfortable with the RP, and they're just kind of forcing it upon the gangs. I think it's a cool concept though. I do like the idea, and I think it could have been maybe an event thing, maybe put together instead of like so hastily put together, because like now you got people. You're talking about the RDM rule now, right? And I seen Dex just get blasted earlier, and he had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
It was like last night or 2 nights ago, and people are just getting shot because they have chains on, and it's like some people haven't been around. They don't even know what the hell X Games is. So it's like I'm all for it, but I'm against how quick it got put together and how just how people didn't really get included. Yeah, people didn't really get included. It was more like it's for me, and I'm gonna include people, but I don't really care how the people feel is how I felt about it, And I'm for it, but I'm not for how it got brought about. Basically how I feel about
you, Ori? What's your take on it?
I just completely agree with Cloudy on that one. Basically, great idea, not implemented really well. They just needed to make sure everyone had buy-in to it on an out-of-game basis. Because like that's the big thing is like I preach this in game, I preach this out of game. Consent is very important for role play, and I'm one of those people that will check in with players just to make sure that a scene's okay or whatever like that, because I don't ever want anyone to be uncomfortable with it. And if you're going to be basically doing an NVL plot effectively and just skirting the rules on this, you need to make sure every player's got buy-in to it that could be potentially involved.
Oh, that's right. You're shaming.
Or
there's a really good clip
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's a really good clip here. After we get Evil's opinion on this, I think we should take a look at that. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, the question: X Games. Well, are you
the X Games
for it or against it, and why?
If it was thought out a little better, probably for it, because it does create a lot of RP.
Everybody's saying the same thing.
But right now it just looks like basically, a free for all fucking MMO.
GTA Online.
Yes, exactly. I feel like it's GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just like run up to somebody and fucking blap, 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 and then fucking run their pockets. That's fucking bullshit to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, that happens a lot. It was like
Right.
it happens a lot. It happens at Heist a lot too.
I think it was a
Motherfuckers come
great
rolling up in
idea
there.
though. Like regardless,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
idea
Like-
behind it is great.
Yeah,
And
get
Yeah, just
everybody's
more work
agreement
behind it, like you said. Yeah.
outside of the game to
That's
like
exactly what Ori said, and
Yeah.
everybody said that. Double A, what
so
about
that
your
way
opinion,
you
brother?
know.
So,
He's
all
pretty
right,
much
here's
the
the
same
thing. No, I don't like it at all. I think, and well, specifically, I'm talking about this implementation of it. I think the lack of consent was a huge slap in the face, especially considering how expensive these chains are. It's really easy. It's really easy for someone like Mr. K to be like, oh, well, why do you care if you lose, whatever. But like, some of these people spent
So
dozens
35K
of
a pop,
hours.
man.
Remember, we're talking about grind, and that's the base cost, by the way. You upgrade those things with gems, which are expensive.
Yeah.
So, we were already talking about how much time and effort it spends just to stay afloat with your loans and everything else, and how you're kind of forced to grind, right? Well, if you go out and grind even more just so you can have something cool and interesting for your character, and then
Then some motherfucker comes
this
along and just
event
takes
is
it.
kind of thrown onto you without your consent, that you may not want to be a part of at all, and now you have half the city trying to gun you down and take your thing that you worked so hard to earn. Like
Yeah,
that is
that's
a huge
what I find
slap in the
fucking-
face. And the worst part is you're not getting anything out of it. Everyone else wants to take your chain, and what do you get out of it? Is it like, oh,
But
if
you
you
get
survive,
RP out of it.
if
Yeah,
you
but
survive to
that's
the
not-
end, do you get money or something? Like what? Like where's the people who have chains incentive to join in with this shit? Right? Is it that you
Yeah.
get to shoot people? You should enjoy shooting people. Like no, like where's the
So
actual
the big
incentive?
thing is the big thing is consent. Like had they reached out to the gang leaders and been like, hey, talk to your gangs about this shit. What can we do to
and
make this
also
event fun
giving
for
the
you?
gangs a reason to want to participate. Like make it so
exactly.
If it was up to me, if I was the leader of a gang and this shit happened, I'd be like, all right, guys, we're all gonna stash our chains, every single one of us, and none of us are gonna wear our chain until the event's over. And now one of the 4 chains will be unobtainable. Fuck this event. That's exactly what I would have done. If I was in Dex's shoes, I've been like, hey, everyone put up your chain. No GSF chains for anyone, period. Fuck this event.
But then
That's exactly what I
the
would
problem with that. If you do that, then you're a party pooper, right? And then you
should have asked
know what
me. You
I'm
should
saying?
have came. Where you should have given me some incentive to wear my chain. Be like, hey,
Either way, you don't win. Is what I'm saying. Either way, you don't win. Either you're a party pooper.
If there
or
was some
you're
rule
gonna
that's
go-
like,
you
hey,
get
for
charges.
every if there was some rule that's like, hey, for every person you shoot while you're wearing your chain, we'll send us a photo and we'll send you 10K or something. Sure, I'm 100% on board then, because then the people with chains have a reason to be involved, right? Instead of just being a loot pinata. Like as of right now, there's
loot
absolutely
boxes.
nothing for the chain owners to want to buy into this system for, except that they don't want to look like they're, the stick in
They're
the
trying
mud,
to
right?
cock
That's-
block somebody's fucking.
That's
idea,
literally the
yeah.
only reason to play along right now, is because you don't want to look like you're a stick in the mud. That's it. That's it. There's
Pull
no
up that
actual reason
clip.
for you to want to.
This is a good example of what you were talking about on how it's kind of like a free for all here.
Yeah, the
Carter clip. Yeah, the Carter clip.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
Pull it up.
There you go.
Also, you have a torty and I have a torty. No
I know it makes me want to go and get my torty cat too to show
So many
you.
torties.
Just
Just
silently
casually walking across the street with AK.
No way.
Yeah, he just literally gets shot.
Wow.
The second
Back
he pulls out his
turn.
phone.
And it's just like no saying anything.
Nothing.
He didn't.
It was nothing, dude. It was just
Wow.
That was literal
Wow, dude.
NVL. That is literally
That's
the
the
definition of NVL in
it
this
is.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, one guy, by the way, it was
dude
one guy.
waited-
He sees there's 4 or 5 of us with guns.
That's
one
NVL.
guy. So yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
And also, the odds thing, because that's been a discussion a lot too.
Yep.
Like
That
the
is
odds
what
of-
that's 100%
yeah.
considered NVL. When you shoot against 4 people, That's 100% considered. I know people who have been banned for shooting 1 versus 4. Shooting 1 versus 4 is 100% considered NVL.
Yeah,
I mean, not only NVL, but yeah, even in RDM as well. I mean, the guy literally didn't initiate anything.
Nope.
He didn't say a single word.
He just fucking rooftop sniped. Yeah.
And the worst part is that he waited for Carter to pull out his phone, which is animation locking, which is another rule break. Remember, they've ruled it that if you shoot someone during an animation, that's also against the rules as well. So if that dude is not banned, I have no hope for humanity.
So, quick question then: when you're carrying that Oxy box,
oh shit, P Money in the chat.
I've seen Money.
P Money, man.
What's up, P Money? I've seen when you're carrying that Oxy box, like from your car to the guy, if you get shot there, that's considered that's a brew break then, right? Because isn't that like an animation or something?
I would say so.
I've seen that shit happen. I've seen that shit happen.
So hey, to answer your question,
I watched cops do that shit to people.
Yep. To answer your question, man, RDM stands for random deathmatch. That's the idea that you're shooting someone without initiating. So in roleplay terms, initiating means that whenever you want to shoot someone, you need to get within range of them to have a conversation first. So that person knows why the shooting is about to happen, right?
Or you can call.
You don't want to just shoot
like,
someone. Yeah, you want to have a conversation first. You want to have a little bit of story, a little bit of dialogue first. You want to encourage interaction because that's kind of the whole point, right? So the RDM rule is there so that you talk to the person you're going to shoot instead of just shooting them. You call them up, you say, "Hey, I'm coming for you. Fuck you, blah blah blah." Or you roll up to them and you're like, "Hey,"
you let them know
blah,
that
you get to talk a little shit.
Ready.
Give them a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? Create some RP in the process, right? Like that's the whole point of it.
You don't know why something's happening. It's not okay. Basically, in RP, like to some degree, like for that kind of stuff.
And NVL means not valuing your life, and basically it means when you do something that's unrealistic because you know you're playing a video game and that you're not going to die. Essentially, you need to always treat every situation as if you are valuing your life. For example, if someone aims a gun at you, you wouldn't pull out your gun in response. You would put your hands up because in real life, if someone has a gun at you and you reach back to grab your gun, they're just going to shoot you in the head and you die. Right? In a video game, it's a little different because you can, you don't actually die, right? You go to the hospital and you come back. So they had to add this NVL rule so that people react realistically. They fear for their lives. And, they're not just running around ignoring guns and, pretending like they're.
I mean, it's not like, people obviously value their lives on the server, right? Like every day. Nobody's breaking that rule.
Hey, hands up.
Nobody's breaking
Oh my God. Oh no. It's a gun. Oh my God. Oh no.
To be honest, I ran into 3 people that completely ignored that shit in the last day, 24 hours. It happens a lot. You'd be surprised.
I'm not surprised. I work at Burger Shot.
No problem.
It's happened like 20 times.
Burger Shot,
It's like all the Burger Shot employees all have guns. One dude robs us to get whatever, but we're gonna role play it because you got to role play the scenario out. Like that is also a server rule for those who don't know. Like even if you have a problem with it, even if this dude's not respecting life or whatever, you make your choices based on role play, and you can talk about the out of game consequences later if there's an issue with it. And report the player or something like that. And it's happened yesterday to us several times.
Yeah, Burger Shot is constantly. I mean, and that's kind of that kind of goes back to the first couple of months of Soda being around, purposely causing that kind of shit going on in fucking Burger Shot. He wanted that kind of shit going
Burger
on.
So Shot was so wild.
Oh my God, it was fucking insane. But it's the same thing. It's like yesterday, right? There was a bunch of us in Heist. There had to have been 15 of us standing around in Heist, right? And fucking who's the rat? Who's the rat fink? The motherfucker, because he was with Tony, right? He was with Tony. They were trying to fucking grab up Pepe, right, to go and do for a fucking bank job or something, right? And we could hear him because they're fucking yelling, right? Put your hands up! Put your hands up! You're coming with us! And Pepe's just out there like, oh shit, right? And all of a sudden, 15 of us coming around the fucking corner, guns out. I don't fucking think so. You are not taking one of our own. There is no fucking way, right?
Hell yeah.
And one of those 3 guys, because there was 3 of them and 15 of us, they came onto our turf. So that was perfectly fine for Castle Doctrine, right? Yeah. They came onto our turf trying to take one of ours. So, you know, one of the 3 went around to the back to try to get behind us, the big group, right? And so we split off back to back. We've got guns on these motherfuckers. We got guns on these motherfuckers, right? And I could hear dumbass. You know, I could hear Tony in there. It's like, you just fucked up. We're gonna come back and we're gonna blow this place up. And I'm hollering and say, good luck, man. We blow ourselves up on a fucking daily over here. Get more original than blowing us up, right? Find a new thing to do than tanker trucks and blowing us up, right? Because we fucking do that shit to ourselves, right? They never did come back, you know, but that's the kind of thing that, you know, I expected to hear about that somehow, some way, just because of, you know, the situation at hand. But I mean, I thought about it like after the fact, you know, and I've been thinking about it this morning too. It's like, that was viable. That was okay. You know, just because, you know, they didn't actually get to get Pepe into a vehicle. If they would have got him into a vehicle, we wouldn't have been able to do anything. We wouldn't have been able to stop that situation, right? But that shit, I wish I was streaming. Was I streaming? I don't know. I haven't been streaming a whole lot because I'm tired of motherfuckers sniping and shit. I've been getting fucking eaten alive by fucking snipers here recently. I can't fucking do anything.
I've been hearing that sniping is becoming an issue.
It is, dude.
Really?
Because of it. Yeah.
I
mean, Ari and I had that conversation, which, you know, we broke the fucking OOC conversation thing and whatever, because it wasn't anything of what she was doing. It was one person in particular around a certain situation with a certain person that was trying to make a point about something in game. And there was literally no fucking way that anybody would know that this person and Ursula were in a car together. There was literally no way. I've watched all point of views. I've watched all fucking shit. There's literally no way unless someone was fucking
it was done really
sniping.
Simply. No one would have known. No one would have known.
Literally nobody would have known.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been hearing a lot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Monty gets a fucking call saying that those two were seen in a fucking car together. No, the fuck they were not. No, the fuck they were not. And it took me weeks of trying to fucking retcon that shit. You know?
Wow.
And
well,
it's
all players
not
involved, we're good now, so.
It wasn't my situation to do any kind of reporting on, but I made damn well I knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, because I don't play that shit. That fucks up RP for everybody.
Oh, it does.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
It fucks up RP for everybody.
There's a lot of people I know. I'm not going to mention their name, but there's a lot of streamers I know. I'm going to speak for them really quick. They're not streaming anymore because they keep getting sniped constantly by other characters that they have problems with in character, and they keep getting sniped, right? So they're not streaming anymore because every time they stream, they fucking get robbed coincidentally by the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, okay, they know what's happening, so it's becoming.
That's why
a problem.
I do all my sneaky shit off stream before I start streaming. Because I may have a 12-hour stream, but I was in game for fucking 18, motherfucker.
There is a place for stream sniping in a positive way on the server. Like, for instance, I'm going to give one really specific occasion. My character got married in August, and it was very last minute. It was like literally planned for on the same day it happened, within a few hours of each other. And out of game, her in-game best friend was out of town. She just got back that night. Like the player was out of town, came back that night, and was finally available to play. But her character would have no way of knowing I was getting married because she wasn't on the server yet. But she, justified it by like twatter or whatever. Like there was twats that went out about it. She should have seen it. So immediately she hops on, basically stream snipes the fuck out of it to get there for the wedding. And that was a positive instance. And I personally, I've told people, like, I don't have an issue if, like, for a good scene or a good role play situation, if you stream snipe me, to make sure you can get me for the scene. I don't
Right.
personally care about that. I know it's
Yeah,
not
but
when you're trying to
organic,
fuck
but
up their
I'm really
fucking
big
life.
on the. I'm
Yeah,
big
you're
on
not trying to
telling a
fuck up their
story, and if
entire-
you can't
That's the
find
thing.
someone to tell the story with, what's
See,
the
that's
point?
the thing.
So yeah,
The instance I'm talking about are people that are just like literally
yeah, they're
just
doing
trying
it
to
for
ruin
shitty
your
purposes.
fucking day.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just trying to ruin your fucking day, and it sucks ass. You know what I mean? And the thing is, there's another thing. They don't want to report it because if they report it, then their communities, these people's communities come after them, and so they're scared to report because then they're gonna get DMs full of death threats and shit, and that's why they don't report. So I'm saying it on a stream right now for those people, all right, because that's a problem, and a lot of people are scared to report because other streamers, bigger communities or communities in general, are coming after these people whenever they do try to speak up. So, I'm gonna put that out there, and that's all I got for that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Alan,
there's the
yeah,
clip of
retaliation
Nancy
is
just
real with some communities, and it absolutely is real.
100%.
And it is fucking terrible. Like I will,
It's really
I
bad.
know I probably shouldn't say this, but I will literally go out of my way to avoid people in game, to avoid their fucking communities coming over and being
and that sucks ass. That sucks ass when you have to do that, but sometimes you just do. Like, I'm not even gonna talk. Just go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
But so, all right. So we are a little bit over our
terrible.
We're a little bit over our time, so we're gonna go ahead and start to wrap things up. Back to our topic of the X Games. I think just to kind of close that out and put a bow on it, I think everyone's kind of in agreement that it was a cool idea, but could have been executed a little bit better.
Poorly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say poorly, but it could have been executed better.
I agree with that.
Giving the people who have chains a reason to want to be involved and just letting them know ahead of time probably would have been pretty cool. Instead of them just getting fucking RDM'd from 16 angles.
Content.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. We'll go around the table. Everyone could just introduce themselves one last time. Talk about your time on the show, and then just let everyone know where they can find you. We will start with Ori. Go ahead.
I am AuriEllis. I play Ursula, or rather, as we call it in my chat, the Ursula system, which is Ursula, Eris, Pandora, and Gracie. It's complicated. I play a character with dissociative identity disorder, and I try to play it as true to life as I possibly can without movie trope crap, because I'm very respectful of mental health communities. The time on the show was great. I loved it. Had a lot of fun. We talked about some great stuff. I love getting the chance to talk with my fellow players about different aspects of the game, and seeing what their thoughts are on things. Because they may have an opinion that's very vastly different than my own, and it's always interesting to see their point of view because they may come from a different sphere or whatever. Because I play Civ, and Bobby's been more Crim lately or whatever. Or Shatner's also kind of Civ, but also touching on spots. Yeah, so there's always great ones.
Yeah, Anna is super Crim.
So, and I'm known for my cat. I have 4 cats. I have four cats, and you've seen them all throughout today. So you can find me at twitch.tv/AuriEllis, as you can see. So thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. Next up, we'll have EvilShatner.
Hi. I don't know. I play. Oh God, I don't want to see my big ass face over my other TV, on my other monitor over here. Jesus Christ, you guys make me. Fuck you. No, I play Anna Swallows. Hell-bent mom of the city to make sure that everybody gets their voice heard. I play a criminal defense lawyer that's very similar to Saul Goodman. When you're a criminal, you need a criminal lawyer. She helps people. All right, put it this way. Last week, I had about $25 million worth of meth and weed in my fucking warehouse. Running for mayor, which we still haven't heard a goddamn thing about the fucking mayor shit yet.
One day we'll know who won.
2 years from now, Jesus. Basically go out of my way to help everybody within the community as much as I possibly can. Mostly the little guy and the people who I feel like are getting shit on the most. I do a lot of out of game conversations to try and help facilitate a better environment for a lot of little people, just because of the hardships that I've had to go through over the last 8-9 months with 3.0. I've fucking cans in there. That's my mayor. I I've got I don't know. I've got a lot of things coming up. I'm probably gonna be being on Buddy Cop. I play William Foster. I don't know if you guys know who William Foster is from the movie Falling Down. I have a cop called William Foster. He's Buddy Cop. So, and it were just I'm been over on public on him so that way he can get trained up and scooch on over to Whitelist because I already have a William Foster tune on Whitelist waiting for his chevrons. So that's gonna get interesting when that happens because god damn it, there's gonna fucking be accountability one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
I think you're gonna be a really good cop. I'm excited for that.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, I was invited to go over there because they knew what I was trying to do. I was invited over by the admins to do that.
Can't wait to see it. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like literally nobody knows it's me except for a couple of people because the voice changer is, really
And
good.
now
I chose
everyone here.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck though. I mean, people in game, but I mean, it's you can tell, if you pay attention, if you've ever had any kind of interaction with Anna, you'll definitely know that it's me on Buddy Cop. But yeah, so if you guys want to come find me or whatnot, I am less than 300 likes away from fucking 10K.
Damn,
so I still have
let's go.
I still have no purple check mark because I don't live my life by arbitrary numbers that change on a daily basis, so I don't give a fuck about that. But yeah, if you guys want to come, you can EvilShatner just search up here.
I dropped your link in the chat for you. Boom.
Oh, you did? You did? All
Yep.
right.
I dropped both of you. Yep.
Perfect.
I appreciate that. I've had a fun time. Sorry, I was like fashionably late. But my old ass was just my old. I just could not get. I was. Just
Hey,
not
thank you,
getting out
Neil.
of bed.
There you go, Neil. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. But yeah, I appreciate it. Bring me on. I had a good time. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Next up, we will have Noel. Hit us.
Yeah, No Illusions. Oh, call me Noel. That's my actual name. Play Bobby Beats on the server. You can find me at Twitch/No Illusions. I think my name should be around here somewhere.
We'll shout you
and
out.
nah, man, it's always a pleasure to be on the podcast. One of the hosts, whatever. I'm digging this. I'm liking it. Every week, I like it more and more.
Same.
So yeah. Oh, one more thing, chat. Remember to do your coffee enemas. Go ahead,
coffee
Claudia.
no. Coffee enemas, fucking cans.
No.
I did mine this morning. I feel regular.
Perfect. Excellent. All right.
Go
Next
ahead,
up, Cloudy.
My name's Cloudy DL. I play Scotty, the IT guy on the server, and I'm very, very rich. Yep, very rich. Own an R8, so yeah, pinky's out with my tea
Have
in
fun
my hand.
grinding your asset fees.
Weird flex with your fucking green shirt.
Pinky's out. Right.
Right.
But yeah, I'm digging the podcast too, man. I enjoy it more and more every week. So I appreciate Ari and Shatner. Thank you for coming onto the podcast. I appreciate you both, and obviously the host. I appreciate you guys, even though you guys are little shits. Jay, you're a little shit.
I'm not gonna consider you a full-time host until you get a goddamn camera and we can see those baby hands, bro.
Yeah.
Okay?
I have a camera, man. I just, insecure.
Bro, why don't you just get a picture of your baby hands and just have it like.
Just turn it on.
Just get over it, man. Just build a bridge and get over it, man.
Take my good hand.
Whatever, man.
Take my good hand.
Maybe I'll get a dog cam. How about that? I'll get a dog cam.
No, we need facial reactions. We need reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You guys hiding your faces and shit. You about to get
facial
booted,
expressions
son.
and reactions.
Booted.
Booted. You heard me.
No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. All right. Last but not least.
Even I turned on my cam and I fucking hate that shit, man.
Last but not least, JH.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy.
It's really
Double
good.
A.
Really good, man.
My name's JH. You can call me Jay. I play Lil Cap on the server. The definition of being down bad is what Lil Cap is. It's all about. I just keep on falling down and down and down. I think I've set a new standard of being down bad for the past months. But yeah, I've been I create music for the server ever since I started at the start of 3.0. And yeah, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.com/JH. And I'm 30 followers away from hitting 4,000 followers on Twitter. So follow me there.
All right, there's 130 of you motherfuckers in here. I want to see you drop a goddamn follow over there now.
Follow him.
Wait, what about my Twitter? Wait, what about... Fuck it.
I've got a
Go to
Twitter too, but I don't
Fuck
even
it.
really pay attention to
I
it.
don't
go to
even know
Jay's
how
Twitter, I
many
guess.
followers I have. I don't even pay attention.
Oh, that's right. I do have it. Yeah, we do have Twitters, don't we? Yeah, it's out there, guys. Go Google that shit.
Yeah, it's at EvilShatner. and all this
Yeah.
All right, Double A's all
I
you,
don't
brother.
All right. Hey, my name's Aaron. I go by Aaron RP. Find me twitch.tv/Aaron_RP. I make music on the server. I play Double A, GSF character. I also play Squirrel, a hopefully eventually a Lost MC character. Yeah, I eventually want to play a cop someday too. That's something I'm gonna be pushing more.
Hell yeah, me too.
Here in the next month.
Hell
or two.
RP is fun.
Yeah, I've already went through Police Academy on another server, so hey, it'll be nice and easy. You know, I already know all my case law and everything. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Hey, follow me on Twitter. Follow the Pixelcast Twitter account if you want updates.
Oh yeah,
and all that stuff. Yes. Follow the Pixelcast YouTube account.
Go subscribe to it, god damn it.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. We post these up pretty quickly on YouTube. The podcast.
I'm gonna go VDM your favorite character.
I post the audio of these on all of the podcast services, but it takes me a little bit because it's a bunch of work. But it does get up there. So if you want to follow us on any of your favorite podcast services, you can find us there as well under the Pixelcast. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Before we go, who are we going to raid? Who do you guys want to raid? Anyone
before we talk about that, let's thank the chat really quick. Chat, just want to, from me to you, from all of us to you, I want to thank you guys for hanging out here. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are enjoying the podcast, you want to see more of this shit, hit a number 1. Can I get a number 1 in chat for everybody who's enjoying these podcasts every Sunday? If I don't see a number 1, I swear to God, I'm going to perma Bobby.
There you go.
69 will do. 69 will do.
There's no ones. Oh shit! There's a lot of ones.
Holy
shit!
Shit.
Oh my god!
We got a 0 here. We got a 0 in here. I don't know what to do with that.
All
right.
Hey, it's better than 42.
I think next week we should try to include the chat a little bit more.
Choose all I want.
Yeah,
we should have a couple segments next week where we include the chat in certain questions.
We'll come up with some stuff. Now that I moved into my place, I'll be able to spend a lot more time on the podcast. The last little bit of for me has been very sporadic. So
it's all we understand, man. So with that said, I guess like you said, who we rating, man? Who we rating, chat?
I think we should.
I think we're gonna go with Ilwack. We'll take.
I recommend
the suggestion there.
Oh yeah,
he plays Bob Moss, who works at Burger Shot, and he can do a ton of different characters.
Oh, I love Bob Moss.
Yeah,
Hell
he is
yeah!
such a great voice actor. He can do everyone.
Yeah, we do Saturday night game nights with him and Booba. So,
okay, perfect.
Booba. It was fun.
All right, I like Booba too.
24
I miss when he played Dick Dastardly. Yeah. Dastardly. Yeah, he doesn't hardly ever play. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you all for showing up. We appreciate you all greatly. We will see you all next week. Have a good one.
It'll wax some love.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey, go to see you in there. Thanks for being here, brother.